Join me for another solo cruise adventure. Today I'm sailing on board Celestyal Journey and I will be spending the day in Kusadasi, Turkey with Shore Excursions Group. In this video, I will visit the House of Virgin Mary, stroll through ancient Ephesus, and explore the port of Kusadasi. It will be an amazing day of fun and history. Be sure you are subscribed with the notification bell turned on because you don't want to miss my upcoming port stops in Crete, Mykonos, Santorini, and Milos. All right, good morning guys. It is day 3 on board Celestyal Journey. Today we are going to be in Kusadasi, Turkey, and I have an excursion booked and planned with Shore Excursions Group. So guys, if you aren't familiar with Shore Excursions Group, definitely check them out. They offer third-party shore excursions, usually a lot less than the cruise line. You're going to have smaller crowd size or smaller group size. You're going to have an authentic experience, and the best part is that they have a return to ship guarantee. So definitely check out Shore Excursions Group. I am going to take you guys around with me in Kusadasi. We are going to be going to the Virgin Mary house. We're going to be visiting Ephesus and just getting some history today. So be sure to like this video, subscribe, and check out Shore Excursions Group. The link is in the description. Okay, so they had lots of options on the buffet. You can also choose to dine in the main dining room for lunch. But yeah, quite a few options. Today was Asian, so they had Asian. They had pork souvlaki, they had grilled chicken, they had chicken burgers, chicken hot dogs, all kinds of desserts and things. So lots of options to choose from. Now the buffet did get quite crowded, and I think it's because we're docking, so people are trying to get off, so people are eating before they get off. So it is kind of packed. That's why I'm outside. But everything looks really good. And they also have ice cream of the day. Today was pistachio and something else, and you can add a shot of tequila on top. So I don't think I've ever had tequila and ice cream, but I might give it a try. But that is an option as well. They also have the deli, which is open. That is an upcharge. They also have the fig, where you can get juice, smoothies, things like that, ice cream. But yeah, so again, lots of options. Again, there's not any other casual dining options like you would find on other cruise lines, like where you can go get tacos and get things like that. But the buffet does offer a wide variety of different things. All right, so I had to move inside to eat because it was just too hot out there. I'm like, I'll save the heat for when I have to be out there. But a couple other things to note. If you book the Shore Excursion, so you guys know I'm getting off the ship with Shore Excursions Group. One thing good about them is if you cancel most shore excursions 48 hours in advance, you get a full refund. Well, I was inquiring about an excursion that I had booked for another port through Celestyal Cruises, and it's in their terms and conditions that once you purchase a shore excursion, the only way you can get a refund is if you get a letter from the medical center saying that you're sick. So we're still 72 hours away, and they will not let me cancel. So that might also be something to consider. And each cruise line varies depending on, you know, their terms and conditions as far as shore excursions. That's something I was not aware of, so I'm kind of stuck with that excursion. But keep in mind with Shore Excursions Group, not that they want you to cancel, but if something comes up, change of plan, you fall ill, anything like that, they do have a 48-hour return. As long as you contact them within 48 hours to cancel, you can get a full refund. So definitely keep that in mind. That's something I will consider moving forward, because now I'm stuck with the excursion that I booked, which it's fine, but just something else to kind of keep an eye on whenever you are booking a shore excursion. private tour. Didn't realize that. But I'm off.
The reservation.
Okay.
Sometimes we have 10 or 12 choice.
Thank you. How do you pronounce it? I want to make sure I'm
The
saying it
name
right.
of the town?
Yes.
Kusadasi.
Kusadasi.
Kusadasi.
Kusadasi.
Kusadasi. That means
Okay.
Bird Island.
Bird Island.
Bird Island. I mean, literally it means Bird Island because of the little island. Maybe you have noticed with the fort on it.
Okay.
Next to the port. You will see when we drive higher, there will be the view. So that's where the name of it is coming from. Once upon a time, lots of birds and pigeons nestled on the island.
So the first stop for this tour was the House of Virgin Mary. Now this was about a 30-minute ride from the cruise terminal, but it was really nice that it was a private shore excursion because I was able to engage with the tour guide, ask questions, and he was very informative. So he shared a lot of information about Kusadasi.
Olives and cotton both picked by hands. Cotton season is nowadays. I mean, within a couple of weeks later, we're gonna start picking the cotton by hands. But olives next month, October, November, is the season, and both of them are picked by hands. We never use machines. They used to be surrounded by pine trees. It was a very hot summer day, plus wind. It was a windy day, so all the fire expanded on the other side of the hill.
Wow.
And unfortunately, we lost the majority of those pine forests. This time is the season for figs. Next month will be for grapes, vineyards. A lot of wineries also producing red and white wine. We have only the foundations whole today, and just one pillar left out of 127 pillars. So when John, Apostle John and Mary came to Ephesus during their missionary journeys, Temple of Artemis was the major interest of the Ephesians. They were worshipping the temple and the goddess. But John had his mission to Christianize those Roman cities, and he started preaching gospel on the cities of Ephesus. But later on he was found out by the Roman soldiers that he was preaching the Ephesians, which was a crime. How dare that you're trying to change the religion of the Roman Empire. So as a punishment, John was arrested by the Roman soldiers and exiled from Ephesus. When he came back to the city, he was in his 80s, and it's believed that he died here. He was buried on a hillside nearby the Temple of Artemis by the early Christian Ephesians.
All right, just a few things to know when you visit the House of Virgin Mary. First off, you want to try to get there as early as you can during the day because it can get quite crowded. We happen to avoid the crowds being a private tour, but also be sure you are dressed appropriately. Your shoulders and knees should be covered. I totally forgot to cover my knees, but they did allow me to go in to the House of Virgin Mary. You also cannot record or take photos inside.
First time in Turkey,
Correct.
not even in Istanbul.
Great. First time ever.
Because there are a lot of still discussions going on about the House of Mother Mary here. So the cistern, water cistern, actually dating back 680s. It was built by the early Christian Ephesians because it turned, during the Christianity, it turned into a tradition, visiting the House of Mother Mary every 15th of August.
Okay.
The 15th of August is when Mary Assumption of Mary. This is confirmed by the church. This date, 15th of August,
Okay.
by many of the churches, is confirmed. Until the beginning of the 1900s, nobody knew about the house of Mother Mary in Ephesus. We knew that Mother Mary was here with John, because it's mentioned in the Bible.
Right.
Before Jesus Christ crucified, calling his mother and his youngest apostle John, telling them that after me, here is your mother and here is your son. So Saint John was given Asia Minor to Christianize those Roman cities. So after the crucifixion, John got Mother Mary with him because Jesus told him so, after me, here is your mother. And we have great evidences that John was here in Ephesus because there's a church was built on his name, right on top of his tomb. If he was here, Mother Mary was with him, for sure. And of course, Jerusalem, from Jerusalem to Ephesus is a long journey. Sometimes by sea, sometimes by land, arriving at Ephesus. Right after the steps on the wall, right inside, there are 3 niches where the natural spring water is running.
Okay.
Because Catherine, in her book, mentioning a natural spring water, which is running next to the house. And during the excavations, the archaeologists saw this natural spring, which is considered as a holy water, believing that Mary used the same water running from the spring. So, which used to be collected into the cistern, but after the restorations, not anymore. Now they are running from the fountain as the holy water. So that's what we know. But until the beginning of the 1900s, nobody mentioning the house of Mother Mary, until a German nun, Catherine Emmerich, in 1830s, 1840s, living in Germany, in a monastery, and she was a disabled lady, never ever walked in her life. A stigmatized nun, and she had all the time the visions and the dreams of Mary. And when Catherine Emmerich was in a deep concentration with her visions, then the other nuns around were taking notes, whatever she said. So at the beginning of the 1900s, a book was published under the name of The Vision of Our Lady. So when the book was read by the German priests, they see that Catherine was giving the perfect description of the house in Ephesus, where Mary lived, which nobody mentioning this before. So they decided to come up here to find out the house. And the first stop was in the city Izmir, which is our 3rd largest after Istanbul and Ankara. 45 minutes away from here.
Okay.
It's the 3rd largest. Still there is a Jewish and Christian community living in the city Izmir with synagogues and the churches. So meeting those Christian families, local Christian families, those German priests and the authorities, asking them if they know a place which is known by locals where Mary lived. They said, yes, we know the house. We go there every 15th of August. They said that, okay, show us the way. They came up here and saw the cistern filled with water, but totally polluted, of course. And walking a little bit further up, there were the foundations of the house, about a knee high from the ground level, not a really big home, but only the foundations. They said that this is the house, that's what we believe. And then those archaeologists had some lot of researches done, archaeological studies and researches done, and they used the carbon-12 test to identify the age of the stones and the bricks.
Okay.
Finally, they see that the original foundations dating back 1st century ADs. When they open the book of Catherine Emmerich, and when they start reading the paragraphs related to the house, seeing that without being here, Catherine Emmerich, just depending on her visions, giving the perfect description of the house, where it was located, what kind of a house it was, what was made of, the fauna and flora, how high from Ephesus, and natural spring water. What they read, what they see, all match. Of course, it was not the only clue that this is, or the evidence that this was the house, but any other religious stories which is told generation to generation up to now, and any other religious documentaries or any documentaries regarding to the early Christianity. All these info collected, and it's believed that this should be the house. Then in 1951, Professor George Kootman from Ohio Lima came here and did the restorations on top of the original house.
Okay.
Now, that's what we have today, and still it's very religious and very sacred place for us, holy place, because a lot of Turkish families also visiting the house of Mary, because Mary mentioned in Bible, in Quran also, as the mother of a very important prophet of a god, the messenger of a god, like Jesus, not as son of the god, but as one of the prophets of the gods. Well, here we're gonna see a unique Greek-Roman settlement. By saying Greek and Roman, the early foundations of Ephesus today, which is dating back 500, 400 BC, is already underground. Nothing much left from this earlier part of the city. But what we will see more excavated, restored buildings are Roman. So the Roman buildings built on top of the Greek foundations. That's why we call it Greek and Roman city, which is dating back 300 BCs, 200 BCs, and then later ruled by the Roman Empire. And in the first centuries came under the rule of the Romans. The population of Ephesus was about 250,000 people. Of course, it's a very small part that we're going to see excavated and restored, but it is inside and outside of the walls. The whole valley was 250,000. And because of that great potential, also Apostle John and Paul visited Ephesus during their missionary journeys. Especially Paul lived in the city more than 2.5 years and completed his missionary journey here. Upper part is more like governmental official buildings located. We'll see the remains of the town hall, and when we start walking down the hill, where we will see the stores, shops, residential areas, library, great theater, harbor section, more social part of the city.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. My name is Typhoon.
Nice to meet you, yes.
RacQuelle.
Yeah.
What a nice name.
Thank you,
My
thank
God.
you.
Where are you from?
Ohio.
Cleveland, Dayton, Cincinnati,
Columbus.
Columbus, Toledo.
Yes.
Please follow me. Cooler upstairs.
Thank you.
Form this double knot one by one in order to color skull in that board with double knotting system. Bir evvel getirsinler. İçkileri look. 100% wool. Wool, they used to make this carpet taken under chin or the chest area of the lamb's body. Then much more moistly, when they apply on the carpet, you can see extra shiny and silver. Bir de onun yine. Soon as we rotate, we are going to receive whole different carpet than it was before. Bravo, like this. There we go. Look, sheen appears. This is the quality of the wool. This wool, it contains more lanolin. More lanolin means more sheen of a carpet. spectacular. Look at that.
Oh, that is.
Isn't that gorgeous? Perfect. Look at this green one. Another gorgeous one. Onları yeter
Yes.
sıradan.
Hello. Looks good. How much is it? You take card?
Yeah, no problem. Traditional ice cream, normal ice cream.
I want. I'm sorry, you said traditional or?
Traditional here,
Okay.
normal ice cream here.
I think I'll go with this. Your traditional ice cream
Yeah,
here.
you must try.
Yes.
Ice cream.
Magic Show.
Sen Cuma göster aç.
Magic Show.
Hello.
Magic Show.
Oh.
Oh.
Yusuf 2 vallahi ikisi de Yusuf 2 birbirinden güzel hepsi. Bak müşteriye bak
Orada
ayaklıyor.
yapma.
Chocolate, vanilla, lemon, strawberry.
What's this one? Lemon?
Lemon. Limon.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
Let me do vanilla.
Açıkta sonra izleme soralım. Kamera açıkta sorma. Ya sor ya.
That's it?
Ada.
Yeah.
Bak bak.
Oh, camera. On you?
No, no. You.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Come.
Oh, I need to go here?
Yanında var ya.
Ha.
Sipariş var, sipariş.
You.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Oh, I need to go here?
Sipariş var, sipariş.
I have to grab it. Oh, sorry. Oh!
Hop.
Oh, you're fast.
Medium size, big size.
Medium.
Hello.
Oh,
Sorry. Where are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yes.
Very good.
See? Oh. So you're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good.
Ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
This Turkish ice cream.
Very good.
Ya oğlum bu Okan nereye gitti?
There is
So what kind of milk or cream?
Yes. No. Milk.
Grandiosa. Bozu.
Başka ne? Şafak.
Salep.
Şafak. Sugar.
Şafak.
And milk.
Nice. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay. Finish.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys. So I have to say, although I absolutely loved my shore excursion with Shore Excursions Group today, I would say if you are cruising the idyllic Aegean itinerary and you're looking for a port day without taking an excursion, you might want to do that in Kusadasi. The port area is beautiful. Like I said, there is a very small beach. It's very easily walkable, so you can get all over the port area by foot. There's tons of shops, restaurants, souvenirs, all kinds of things. So if you want to just have a day in port, I definitely say do it in Kusadasi. As you see, there's no shortage of shops here in Kusadasi, so you can shop right here in the port. There's a ton of different stores, clothing, shoes, all kinds of things. So yeah, you'll find something. Carpet shops, everything. So yeah, so there's a lot to do here. You really don't have to do an excursion. I mean, you can shop, look at the carpets, get something to eat, something to drink. There's even like a little beach right there, or if you walk further down, there's a larger beach. So you can make it a fun day in port without doing an excursion. But I had an amazing time with Shore Excursions Group. So headed back to the ship now, and I'm back with plenty of time to spare. All right, so I'm in the Smoked Olive for dinner. Now this is the restaurant. If you are staying in a suite, you have dinner here every night. So there's a section for those that are in a suite. If you come here for the Italian restaurant, then that's a specialty dining option. If you do the specialty dining, pre-order it, then you order off the 5-course menu, or you can pay a la carte. It is 45 euros for the 5-course menu. And if you have Celestial Plus, you save 25% off that. So I'm here tonight to give this a try. So the menu looks really good. That looks really good. Pardon the blind lines. Looks really good. It has shrimp and scallops inside, so we're gonna check it out. I guess you cut into it. Oh, it's crispy. Oh, it has a bunch of seafood inside.
This is a big like castle where the big throne was. I'll show you that.
Very hot.
You know, the
But
big
lots of
ones,
seafood inside. So it's like it has ham and maybe, yeah, scallop, shrimp, a bunch of different things. Never had anything like this before. It tastes good. And I think this is caviar. On this side, we never have caviar. Pretty sure that's what that is. Caviar. First time trying it. It's just a little salty. Different. Okay, so So like a caprese salad,
Just went through.
fresh mozzarella, pesto, tomatoes. Really can't go wrong with that and some balsamic vinegar. That pesto is really good. It's kind of sweet. Really good. Actually, the sweetness might be coming from the tomatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on a real diet when I get home. So these are prawns. Huge. Huge. Now they're on this black pasta. I've never had black pasta before. You see it on the backside.
Anyway, good to have options.
Tastes like lobster.
Chicken Harry will get a bit of it as well.
They're garlic prawns. Really good. Oh my gosh. Never had black pasta before.
After those shakes, we'll call it those shakes. Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
Can't even probably buy a big bloody soup cup.
Yeah, no clue. Really good. I'll have to look it up later. This cheese service is a little different than the steakhouse. They brought me a platter of cheese and different things, so it's a little different. The other one they came and you got to tell them which ones you wanted. So I don't know if this is because it's the suites dining room or not, but it's fine with me. Actually, I forgot that it was even a course, and I'm already stuffed, but I'll eat a little bit of it and then look for my cheesecake. So I don't remember the last time I had a fig. I probably was a kid. We used to have a fig tree that grew in our backyard. So I learned today that they grow a lot of figs. They have fig orchards. He said figs, peaches, and cherries. So in Turkey. So yeah, this will be my first time having a fig since I was a kid. Oh yeah. That definitely brings back memories. We used to eat them so much where like our mouths would go numb. Yeah. I definitely remember eating a ton of these as a kid. I don't know what type of fig this is, but I don't think I've had a fresh one since I was a kid or a teenager. Final course, let's see what this is. Now it's black cherry cheesecake, and something that Celestial do is wherever you're locally, they'll have, wherever you are, whatever port, they'll have something kind of themed from something that specializes in port, and they grow cherries in Turkey. So it's black cherry cheesecake. That's really good. The crust is thick. I love a good graham cracker crust. The cherries aren't overpowering. Yeah. The only thing I would want is for this to be slightly colder, but it's really good. Really good. Alright guys, the dinner was excellent. I am stuffed. I would say even if you don't do specialty dining, do at least one of the 5-course menu options across any of the specialty dining. You won't be disappointed. It's really, really good. I enjoyed everything. Now I will tell you that once I learned that the black pasta was squid ink, and I only found that out because I got on my dress, kind of turned my stomach a little bit. It tastes good though, but it was just a mental thing, but everything was delicious. don't know what's in this drink. It's sour. It's a drink of the day. It has blackberries on top. It's very sweet, but it's also sour. Maybe I had to stir it up. They put a lot of sour in there. Stir it up a little more. Seems like it would taste good if it wasn't so sour. It's a little better, but that's refreshing. It's a little sour.
Join me for another solo cruise adventure. Today I'm sailing on board Celestyal Journey and I will be spending the day in RacQuelle or Crete, Greece. In this video, I will take my own self-guided tour using the hop-on, hop-off bus option and will visit the Palace of Knossos and ride the entire bus line. It's a lighter port day in preparation for my upcoming port stops in Santorini, Mykonos, and Milos, so be sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell as you don't want to miss my adventures in those ports.
Good morning. It is day 4 on board Celestyal Journey. I'm currently in Greece. We are approaching RacQuelle, I think I'm saying that right, or Crete, Greece. And for today's adventures, I'm just going to do my own. This is the only port that I'm doing my own thing. I purchased a hop-on, hop-off bus. Just going to kind of ride that down to the Palace of Knossos. Check that out and maybe just stop along the way and grab something to eat. So today's gonna be kind of a lighter day. I figured I needed to put that in the middle of this itinerary since it's so port intensive. We've already been to 3 ports. Yeah, 3 ports. And we still have 3 to go. We have Santorini, Mykonos, and Milos. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that fun. But I figured I'd make today a light day just to kind of relax, get to see RacQuelle, Crete, and maybe try some other food. So I'm up, about to grab breakfast. Looks like people are still sleeping in. I think, you know, these back-to-back ports can be so tiresome. And there was a lot of live entertainment and stuff going on last night if you guys saw yesterday's vlog. But up, about to grab breakfast, some coffee. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done and then get off in port. I'm coming to my usual spot, the bar right here at the pool, to grab my coffee and waters for the day. Now, I love this spot because it's very, very breezy. It's like right behind there. It's like when they have that open, it's like just a nice breeze. Something I wanted to mention is I still have not had a chance to get to the kids club, and that's because the hours are extremely limited. So I just looked at the program for today, and the only time the kids club is open is 4 to 6, and it says activities for kids and ice cream party, and it says ages 5 to 8, and then they're open again from 4 to 5 for Wii video games. So it sounds like, if I recall looking at all of the programs, that it seems like they alternate the ages. I don't know if that's because maybe there's only a few kids on board, but before, because the kids club goes from 3 to 12, but here it says it's only for ages 5 to 8 today. So I'll still try to get some information. I just have not had any success even going there to try to speak to someone or to walk through the kids club. Again, this ship, unless your kid loves history, wants to be in the ports, it's not necessarily the most kid friendly, but they do have the kids services. I just gotta figure out how they all work, but it seems very, very limited. So it's not like your typical cruise line at all. All right, we are here in Crete, RacQuelle. So those are the buses for Celestial tours. Any other tours you're going to pick up outside the gate. But again, I'm doing the hop on, hop off, which will be out here near the port. And if you're curious to know the temperature, it's 79 degrees, but it's going to get up to like 85 today. And as you see the hop on, hop off buses, there's like 5 different vendors, looks like, right there, right when you exit out of the terminal. So again, you can just do hop on, hop off. So my plan is to go straight to Celestyal Palace. I think that is like the last stop on the hop on, hop off. But I want to get there before the crowds from the, I want to get there before the crowds from the ship, because I know everyone's headed there today. So I'm going to try to get there early.
Driver only will take the picture. I mean, you're gonna continue with this one because he needs the barcode.
Okay.
So I will give you some information first of all. You can keep this. We start from here, number 1 station. This red line, if you stay on the bus, is an hour and a half. And wherever you stop, every half an hour is the next bus coming.
Okay.
If you would like, you can use on the blue line to the beach. The blue line is every 1 hour from here. Station number 3. In our company, we have 3 different color of buses, red, yellow, and orange.
Okay.
You can use all of them with the same ticket with the number 1 in front of the glass.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is our timetable if you would like to take the picture.
All right, so again, there are different buses. They said mine is going to be the yellow bus, and the yellow bus also has the blue one. The blue one will take you to the beach. But again, as you see, there's no one out right now. So I would recommend, if you're going to do the hop on, hop off, to maybe get on one of the first ones. They said mine is leaving in 5 minutes. So yeah, so make sure. And they said if you stayed on the whole ride, it's an hour and a half. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I think the Celestyal Palace is one of the last stops. So I'm just going to ride it till I get there, enjoy, learn about Celestyal Palace, and then maybe I might try to make it to the beach. We'll see. Not quite dressed for the beach today, but I might just go check it out. Hello. As you see, I'm the first one on. Now this one here is fully uncovered. It's the only one that's fully uncovered, which I don't know. I'll try to tolerate the heat as much as I can, and then I'll probably make my way back down. But yeah, these other ones are partially covered. And if you followed me in Athens, I got my headset. So you plug in to one of the things there, and you can get the history and learn all about Crete or wherever you are with the hop on hop off tours. So the hop on hop off bus option cost me about 18 euros, and I did book this in advance, so you can go on the website. There are different vendors that you can purchase them from, or you can purchase them once you get in port if you're undecided on what you want to do. But it's a great option, especially if you're a first-time visitor here in Crete or just any other island or any destination. It'll give you an overview of the island. You can learn history. I absolutely love that, especially when I'm visiting a place for the first time. Listening to a bunch of the history. Apparently I'm saying it wrong. It's Heraclean, not Heraclian. Heraclean. All right, so we are here at Knossos Palace, or Knossos, and guys, the countryside is beautiful back there. But trying to make sure I know where to pick up. All right, yellow bus, red line. All right, so that was probably about a 30-minute ride. So there's probably still about another 45 minutes to an hour or so to go on the route. But I wanted to make sure I got here before it got too crowded. It's already crowded, but let's go to the entrance, see how much it costs, and let's explore. And it looks like I got here with the Celestial tour, but it's more adventurous to go the way I did. But this is the Celestial corridor.
Und wann kommt die nächste kleine?
So as you see, it's already really busy, and it's just 10 o'clock, so already very busy. So yeah, so you have to have a ticket. There's a long line to get a ticket. I'm going to see if I can get it on the website.
To go, you, and ask the information.
Thank you very much.
I figured I'd just get in line because the website's taking a minute to load, so I'll just wait in line. Alright, so yes, you can do it. The website finally popped up. But you can order their time tickets. It's 19 euros if you purchase it on the thing. It's 15 euros here at the gate, so I'm going to get it at the gate. But you select your time, and then you can get a self-guided audio tour for 5 more euros, where you can walk around in here. So I'm guessing they'll get that to me here. But yeah, so you can do it on the app. Maybe do it in advance right before you arrive, so you get a time, and it says you can arrive 15 minutes prior to your time, or 60 minutes after, up to 60 minutes after. So yeah, if you want to save time, order it here. I just don't know where you pick up your audio if you're going to walk on your own. So we'll see what happens up here. And as you see, there are multiple Celestial tours here, so I think it's better to come on your own. You can go at your own pace. Hello. One ticket? Yeah. And do you have audio for English?
You have to ask outside for the guide. If you want, from the right side, the person with orange t-shirt.
Oh, so there's guides out there.
The guides are from the left side. The audio guide is from the right side.
Audio guide. Thank you.
The person with orange t-shirt.
Orange sticker? Thank you. All right, so the audio guides are on the outside. So let me go this way. Excuse me. Sorry. So now there's a really long line.
So yeah, so I have my ticket. They have tour guides, physical tour guides that'll walk you around, and then they have audio. They said look for orange, and you can get the audio guide right here. So that's where I'm going, which kind of doesn't make sense to have them on the outside, but yeah, they're on the outside. Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay.
Can I have how does that work? Yes.
Okay, yes. Which language do you want?
English?
This is our service. It's audio and visual.
Okay.
This is the map of the palace. We have 5 big areas. Every area has spots. Here, get the tablet, tap on the screen, and then you have a full 3D reconstruction of the monument.
Okay.
At the same time, you will listen some information. I will give you one pair of headphones to listen.
Okay.
Also, if you see this, you can tap to go to the inside of the building to see the artifacts, the wall paintings. You are going back to continue to the next floor.
Okay.
The price is €18 per tablet.
Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it.
One?
Yes. All right, so I have my tablet. This is optional. It was €18. There is audio on the app that'll kind of guide you. However, I don't have my headphones, so I decided to go this route, but you can do the app audio. Make sure you download the app before you get here. Make sure the audio works, and it should help guide you around. There's also physical tour guides, and they are just tipped, so you don't have to pay for that. You just have to wait until there's a group, and they'll kind of walk you around and talk. So guys, I would say if you want to avoid crowds, I don't know if this is going to be the spot. So I have my self-guided tour, but it's not really helpful because I'm kind of caught up in crowds. Yeah, and this is early, so I can only imagine by noon, 1 o'clock, it's going to probably be pretty busy. Okay, short break. So guys, I'm just gonna say this little tablet, don't get it. It's not worth it. So I thought it was gonna guide you around and kind of talk as you're walking, but it doesn't do that. You have to point at certain objects and then press the button, and then it'll kind of show you what it would have looked like during that time, but it's not always accurate. So if I point at this building, it might be showing me something else. So unless I'm just not using it right, but yeah, so I'm trying to get onto the app to see if I can get some audio, because right now I'm just pretty much just walking around and taking in the sights. There's not much signage. I mean, there are some, but it's so crowded that you can't even stop to read. As you see here, people are waiting in line there just to go into the facilities, just to take a look to see what it looked like during that time, but I'm not gonna wait in line for that. So yeah, I'm gonna get a few more. I'm gonna look around a little bit longer, and I'm probably gonna get back on the bus because this just isn't my speed. Probably should have done a tour, but honestly, looking at the crowds with the tours, it's probably gonna be too hard to hear, too hard to understand. And then you have to try to keep up with your group, and there's so many different groups out here right now. So I think it is better to explore on your own, but you gotta have a really good audio tour. And I just didn't either plan well for it, or yeah, this didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Alright, time to go, guys. It's way too hot out here. So, I don't know. Maybe it's different with the tour guide, but it was just too busy, too packed. So, I'm out. Alright, that was hot. So I have about a 12-minute wait before the next hop-on, hop-off bus comes. I might catch the next route to the beach. You have to get off, I think, on stop 3, and then it'll take you, transfer over to the beach bus. I might do that, check out the beach, get some lunch, and then get back on the ship. It is really hot. This has probably been the hottest day of the cruise so far. And I don't even know if it's hot or if it's just the sun is really, really beaming. So, yeah, so keep that in mind. And again, I think that Knossos Palace is beautiful, but in the summertime, I mean, it's busy, it's packed. Probably October-ish, and actually the cost is a lot less. It's like half cost, half price. I think it said from October, it closes some point during the year, but I think starting October, it's like half price. So it's probably a lot less crowded. You probably can enjoy it then and actually learn something. I honestly didn't learn anything because my device, and I actually told them that my device, I couldn't figure it out, and there's no refund. So lesson learned, but I'm telling you guys this so you don't make that mistake. Again, download the Knossos Palace app and you can get audio there or book a tour that takes you here. But guys, you saw the lines for the tours. I mean, for me, a tour is not enjoyable when it's that crowded. So I'm just gonna sit here, wait, enjoy my fan, my Coke, and I'm gonna see what else we get into. Maybe we will go to the beach, maybe we won't. And something else to mention, I keep talking about accessibility and how this particular cruise, I know I have quite a few people coming on our group cruise next year, which if you are interested, I do have a couple of cabins left, maybe not by the time of me posting this, but feel free to reach out to see if I have any cabins available. But it's the same ship, same itinerary. But those who keep asking about accessibility, I'm telling you, some of these things are not accessible. This palace absolutely is not accessible. There's stairs, there's cobblestone, there's unpaved paths, so it's very dangerous. So be very careful and definitely consider that whenever you are looking to book or visit, do one of these tours. Right outside port, there's the number 2 bus that'll take you to Knossos. I don't know how much it is, but I just saw it. So number 2, and I saw it there as well. So number 2 near the port will take you to Knossos. And we're right near the port right now. If you walk towards the Shell gas station, I just saw a bus stop right there on the corner. All right, so there's about an hour wait for the next bus going to the beach. So I am gonna wait. I'm gonna go over here to a cafe and get something to eat. And then there's the fort over here. You can enter there. It doesn't look like there's a cost or anything. And it's open until about 7 p.m. in the summertime. As you see, there's a lot of traffic, so I think that kind of threw the bus times off a little bit. So keep that in mind, that the times may not be exact depending on traffic. There's quite a bit of traffic today. A little sweet. All right, so a little trick if you're waiting on the hop-on, hop-off bus. I'm right here at the cafe right across the street. They're one of the only spots that has a restroom, according to the lady. It's just one, can't flush toilet tissue down there. But if you purchase something, you can use the restroom and sit in one of these stools. So I went and got a sausage pie.
So got that and iced latte. So I'm just gonna sit here where it's cool and shaded and wait for the bus. I'll wait till closer to 1:50 and then maybe walk over to the port. But that's something to do to avoid having to sit down at one of the restaurants. Just come to this little cafe, grab you something. She had pastries and the sausage pie and a couple other things, so we'll give that a try. Let me bite the middle. Oh, I see what it is. It's like a hot dog or sausage. Not your typical hot dog. It's good. It's weird being in like a pie crust, but it's really good. Oh, and there's cheese in there. Sausage pie. Really good. I like it. It's very flavorful. And that, hands down, is the best coffee I've had since I've been in Greece. Iced latte. Coffee strong. It's sweet. It's creamy. It's really good. The best latte or the best coffee I've had since I've been in Greece. And y'all, no joke, I think I might be sitting on a corner where there's prostitutes. I'm gonna pan over here real quick. So there's been like 3 or 4 different, no thank you, no thank you. There's been like 3 or 4 different girls standing there, and then a car will come around this roundabout and honk, and one will go. There's one left. So I think I'm on a corner. So yes, it's free to enter. You can walk all the way down. I'm not doing this, I have to catch my bus, but that's something you can do. That's right here by the port. The ship is right there. So you could go shopping, get some coffee, do any of that. Come here to the fort, get some nice pictures and video. You could walk it if you choose to walk it. But yeah, it's beautiful here, guys. The water, I had no clue it was this beautiful here. But yeah, so I'm gonna start walking back so I can catch my bus.
So depending on which hop-on, hop-off bus option you select, the beach route may be included. Now the beach route was probably about a 30-minute ride out towards the beach. Now I did not get off the bus to go to the beach because it was a little bit of a walk down, you know, a few blocks to get to the beachfront. So I decided not to do it this time, but it is an option if you want to hang out at the beach. There are some resorts and different things located there. And you can get a really nice view of the beach and the ocean taking this route. So definitely consider that when you purchase your hop on, hop off option if you want to make it to the beach.
All right, back to the port. It's been a long, hot day. Ready for a drink, a shower, and a quick nap. So of course I would get back from the hot sun and be stuck on an elevator. It's not opening. It's not moving. Go figure. It's too hot for this. There we go. Alright, it opened up after a couple of minutes, and yeah, I went to another one. I wasn't gonna try it again. So whew, that's the first time that's happened since I've been on board. Thankfully I was by myself. All right, I am heading to dinner. And guys, you probably have noticed that I've been in a few more dresses than you've probably ever seen me in. I'm not much of a dresser, but for Celestial, ladies have to be either in a dress or slacks. Men in slacks. They do not allow shorts or anything like that in the dining room, so make sure you pack accordingly. So I did pack probably 8 different dresses just so I had a variety going into the dining room, but that's what I'm wearing tonight. All right, I'm headed to dinner. All right, so here's the dinner menu tonight. If you were part of my live stream, I talked about how you have to kind of be a little adventurous if you're on this cruise line because they're gonna have different things. So this is the main dining room. Now you can order other things from like the steakhouse or what have you at those prices. But tonight they're having buttered fried frog legs. Christina, hello? Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, they're awesome. Service is awesome. They're having a spring salad, which is common. They have chickpea and rice soup. Double duck consomme or wontons, and then for your entrees they have broiled shrimp with Turkish rice pilaf, which is probably going to be okay, grilled beef loin skewer, chicken key, which is chicken supreme stuffed with Greek herbal butter, gnocchi al pesto, and then they're having an Icarian casserole. It's layers of potatoes, zucchini, aubergines, bell peppers, onions, and tomatoes. That is the highlight for today, so it kind of gives you an idea. And then the Greek corner, they always have something available that's Greek. So oven baked, however you say that. So thank you.
Want wine later on? No.
I'm sorry?
You want wine later?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
We wait for you last night.
Yes, I'm sorry. I went, where did I go? To the smoked olive.
Smoked
it was
olive.
good. Yes. Thank you. Alright, so I'm starting off with a chickpea soup. It had another official name, but I don't remember exactly what it is. But it's full of like chickpeas, celery, carrots, and some herbs. It smells really good. It's like a tomato base. Very flavorful. That's really good. Think of it as like a vegetable soup. Yeah, if you like chickpeas, hummus, things like that, it's really good. Very flavorful. And it has a little bit of rice in it as well, and tomatoes. And one thing I like about Celestial is everything comes out hot. I don't think I've ever been on any other cruise line where everything that comes out hot. Like I just haven't had an issue with that. And I think maybe it's because I'm dining early, so it's not crowded at all, so food's not just sitting around. That could make a difference, but I come in right at around 6:45 and beat the crowds, but everything has been coming out like piping hot, so I enjoy that. And if you didn't catch any of my other vlogs, Celestial does not have, it's open seating for dinner. And so you don't have a set time, you don't have a set table, you just show up between, I think it's 6:30 and 10. It seems like this part of the world, people dine later. So I would recommend trying to come early to beat the crowd. If there's a line, like last night, I'll put a clip here, there was a line when it was like 10 o'clock and I was enjoying some live music and there was a line going into the dining room. They'll give you a buzzer so that you know when it's your turn. But there was a really long line, so keep that in mind. I would recommend dining early. And then dining options, you have the main dining room, you also have the buffet, and you can do specialty dining. And I've done specialty dining twice and really loved it, so I would highly recommend doing their specialty dining, especially their 5-course menus. But yeah, so no open seating for dining. You just come in, tell them how many in your party, and they will seat you. And something I noticed as I'm looking, I told you I read the daily program as I'm having dinner, is that tonight they're actually having a sail away party. So if you recall, when I boarded in Athens, there wasn't a sail away party. So I wonder if they select certain ports that they're going to have the sail away party. But there's a sail away party happening on the pool deck at 6:30, and I'm missing it because I'm here at dinner. So if I would have seen that, I probably would have gone to the sail away party before dinner. I'm just not paying attention. So be sure you read your daily program so you know what's happening. Because I'm curious to know what the sail away party looks like. I'll see if maybe another port they'll offer it. But this is my first time seeing it in the daily program. So yeah, sail away party may not happen on your embarkation port, remember, people are getting on and off the ship at each port, so maybe they select certain ports for that and other ports not. But yeah, I wanted to see the sailaway party, so hopefully I can bring you guys that content. We'll see. So just one word of caution: if you have like motion sensitivity or vibrations bother you, just know that if you dine in the dining room around sailaway time, it's going to vibrate pretty bad. Yeah, it's vibrating pretty bad. It did the same thing the past few nights, and I just thought to tell you. So keep that in mind. I know some people that can't take that, the vibrations. It's pretty bad until once they really get out there. So yeah, right now it's pretty bad. You probably can hear it. All right, so start with the rice. It's like a, I think it has raisins in it. You guys know you know. Thank you, I appreciate it. Guys, they're on point. He just brought me some more Prosecco. Yeah, the rice. It's good, has a little spice to it, but it also has like grapes. Probably can't see that. It's like a baby grape, like a raisin. For me, it's a raisin, but it still has its little stem. Very good. It's like jambalaya. That's what it tastes like. And then the shrimp comes with like that tzatziki sauce. I love tzatziki, so that's good. Try the pasta in a bit. And I'm actually really glad that I got 2 entrees tonight, because this shrimp dish is kind of small compared to the other dishes that I've had on board. So I'm glad I didn't have lunch. I just had that sausage pie earlier, which I had a very light breakfast plus a sausage pie, so I'm hungry. So I'm glad that I ordered 2 tonight. And again, you can order as many appetizers, entrees as you want. They don't have any upcharges, other than if you order from like the steakhouse or something. But you can order as many appetizers, entrees, desserts as you like. So my waiter, when I'm curious about something, he's like, just get it. So that's why I got the pasta. Alright, let's try the pasta. It's very pretty. And he said that it's made with macaroni noodles instead of regular lasagna. So it's pretty much a lasagna, but made with macaroni noodles. That's really good. I don't think I've ever had lasagna made with elbow macaroni. My only critique is that whatever cheese they're using is very, very soft. And you know how like ricotta or mozzarella kind of firms up? This is kind of soft, so it's like a soft texture throughout. It has great flavor, tastes good, but texturally for my lasagna, like I like that layer of mozzarella, like when you get down to it's a little chewy, a little firmer. That would be my only critique, but it tastes very good. Alright, so I have no clue what type of tart that I ordered. I thought it was apple, but it looks like it has other stuff in it. I don't know. Let's try it. I'm almost pretty sure it has raisins of some sort. Yeah, that's not for me. It's kind of like a mushy apple pie. It has different types of fruit, and I can't tell what it is. But texturally, yeah, I can't do that. I'm weird about pie anyways, because I like to have more crust and filling. Like, I will literally trade my filling with one of the kids and take their crust, because I love crust. This doesn't have as much crust, it's more tart, but it's not, yeah, not my favorite.
nel suo monte segui fatto. Io tengo más quello caldo come tengo io tengo más.
So the drink of the day is a rum mixer. It has light rum, coconut rum, lemon squash, almond syrup, aquafaba, simple syrup, and Cabernet. So yeah, I could definitely taste the wine. Pretty good. I'm a rum drinker. I could definitely taste the wine in it. So I'm glad I left the Latin show. The Latin show was amazing, but I'm glad I left like 15 minutes early because for this magic show, it is filling up pretty fast. They told me to come like 15 minutes before, but we're still a half hour, 35 minutes before it starts, and it's pretty full. So yeah, so it's limited seating. You probably could stand in the back and watch, but I wanted a up close spot. So here, I'm gonna wait 35 minutes for the magic show.
On the dark desert highway, in my head.
How's that for a start? You like that one? Is that okay for a start? By the way, the first performer for tonight is our lead guitarist, is Chris, one of my partners here in Martini Bar. He's a bartender. Daniel, the master in alchemy, bartender in Blue Bar. And our bartender in Halara, Chari, our lead vocalist. Guys, that is just the start of the show tonight. So everything that you're gonna witness here tonight, these are a compact show for the bar department. Everybody that you see here tonight is not a professional performer. We're just here to meet you in the middle, to give you a very special experience that you're only gonna see here in Celestial Journey. I don't know, you've been to many cruises, but we take this as a pride, not only here in Celestial Journey, we have this kind of talent. Singers, jugglers, magicians. And only us have the magician on the ship. We have jugglers on other company, but only us have this different kind of experience they're gonna give you tonight. So the next performer for tonight is one of our also, see, 2-in-1. Daniel again, our juggler for tonight. Burbick is one of our bar waiter here in Martini Bar. He's the member of the Philippine Philippine cutest magician. And you know guys, to tell you honestly, this guy is very, very happy performing with you tonight. This is his last performance for tonight. He's going home this week. He's having a twins. He hasn't been home for 2 years. So, enjoy his show.
I am off for another solo adventure, and this time we are cruising on board Celestial Journey and making a stop in the bucket list destination of Santorini, Greece. In this video, I will take a private tour through Shore Excursions Group, and I will share with you how you can avoid the crowds in visiting Santorini. We will visit a couple of the small villages, the mountaintop, a black sand beach, a winery, and the picturesque village of Pia. If you aren't already subscribed, please consider doing so, as you don't want to miss our next port stops in Mykonos and Milos. Alright, good morning from beautiful Santorini. So I'm up early. It's barely 7 o'clock, and I am waiting in the disco for tender tickets. They said that they would start passing them out around 8 o'clock, but I've heard that they usually do a little early. We are already here. I see a couple other ships in the harbor waiting, so I'm just going to wait to see where they're going to start passing out the tender ticket so I can get a tender ticket and get off the ship. If you are unfamiliar with Santorini, in order to get to Santorini, you must take either a water taxi around the island to actually get to the destination, or you have to catch a cable car. So it's always tricky, especially if there's a lot of ships in port, because everyone has to tender somewhere, and so that can be a whole little, you know, fiasco. But if you book a shore excursion through the ship, sometimes that'll make it a little bit easier. Today I am booked with Shore Excursions Group on an intimate Santorini tour. It's going to take me to Ia, to Fira, to try different foods, a winery, all kinds of fun things. So guys, make sure you stay tuned for that. But I booked it through Shore Excursions Group because of again, the title is intimate. It's going to be a smaller group setting. Santorini is known for its crowds, so I wanted to try to avoid the crowds, try to get to some of the spots, the picturesque spots that some people can't get to on the larger crowds. And then of course they have a return to ship guarantee, so that's why I love Shore Excursions Group. Great value, great pricing, all of that. So so I am booked with them, so I have to wait to get a tender ticket to get off the ship. Those who are booked with Celestyal Cruises, they are some of the first to get off depending on their excursion. Not all excursions get off first. It just depends on the time of the excursion. But once you get off the ship and get to where the water taxi is, once you get to where the cable car is, it is €6 per person, so make sure you have euros with you. Or I believe it does, they do take credit card. I'll confirm that a little bit. And then you have to go up the cable car. The issue is that with 6 ships, there could be 10,000 plus people in port, if not more than that. And then you have to wait at the cable car to go up the cable car. And I've heard that the lines can be extensive, like 1 to 2 hours depending. And then the same depending on what time you come back down. So definitely keep that in mind. That it's going to require a little bit of planning if you're cruising to Santorini. But today's gonna be a great day with Shore Excursions Group. I'm waiting to get my tender ticket. Today I'm gonna fast this morning. I figured if I went down to get coffee and breakfast, you know, by the time I got up here there would be a line. So I figured I'd just get in line. But then if I have time to grab something quick before I get off, I'll do that. But I'm gonna sit here until they pass out the tender tickets, and I will bring you guys along with me. And if you aren't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up, and we're here in beautiful Santorini.
Good morning. Okay. You have to wait announcement for number 1. Yes, when they will call by PA system 1, okay. Then you can go to the 3. Before, you can wait in any public areas, okay, for the announcement. Okay. When you're coming back, you don't need tickets. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. You can go from the
Did we get off on deck 3?
Deck 3? Yes,
can wait.
Yes, same
okay.
one. How many?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. Just wait announcement, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank you. All right, so I got my tender ticket. It was awesome because I was one of the first there, and a lady came up and she's like, hey, why don't we start forming our own line? They didn't come in until 7:55, and when you're when you're walking into the lounge, the disco lounge, it was on the left side. They kind of had it set up, just a little table. They gave you a slip. You can collect up to 6, so if you have a large party, you can collect up to 6 tickets. So I have mine for the first tender, which is probably going to be leaving soon. Make sure you have your things ready to go, just in case, because I heard they start calling them early. So I'm number 1. So I just wanted to come up here and catch some views. I'm gonna grab a quick bite because I think I might have time to do that, and then get ready to get on this tender. So it's really empty on the pool deck this morning. I'm guessing everyone's getting ready to get off in Santorini. So I guess I'm gonna grab something real quick and then start heading off. Yeah, even the buffet is empty. So either people are sleeping in and they're gonna get off later, or they are preparing to get off now. One and two. Thank you. You too. And they are collecting the boarding tickets, so have them ready. Thank you.
Sure.
Enjoy Santorini.
Thank you. Oh, he's trying to be strategic.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you. We made it. Hard work. All right.
Hard work paid off.
Trying to figure out which side faces the island. Alright, so with planning, that was pretty easy. Now let's see what this cable car is looking like, but it was pretty easy. And again, my cabin is right there where the stairs are to go down to deck 3. So I just kind of listened on the radio to hear what was going on. But yeah, that was pretty easy. I did have to get up early, but I would not advise going at 7. I got there a little before 7, and I don't think people really started showing up until after 7:30. So you probably could get there like 7:20 and still be one of the first in line, and maybe do like our group did and create your own line. That way everyone's kind of, as people are coming in, they just start filtering behind you. But yeah, not too bad. Just fingers crossed for this cable car. And if you guys don't know, I'm afraid of cable cars. So I'm like dreading going up, but I know I have to do what I have to do to get to Santorini. So that's what we're doing. And don't forget, the cable car is €6 per person each way. So make sure you account for that in your budget. Make sure you have euros or credit card to use there. You'd hate to get all the way across, not have any cash, or have the euros and then have to come back to the ship. So make sure you have all of that ready to go before you head over. We made it. It was like a 10-minute water shuttle over, so didn't take very long, but looks like we got here in good timing. There's not a line, there's not a lot of people, so hopefully getting up early paid off.
Okay. Hello, one.
Just one.
Okay, Paraste.
Y'all, I'm nervous just standing here. Yes, very nervous. Ooh, let's see.
Я си мислех, че правим кръг.
Как ще направим кръг там долу?
По-добре да си там, защото ще гледаш.
Няма включи във влога. Where are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
United States.
United States.
How about you guys?
Bulgaria.
Oh, I'm nervous. Ooh. Oh gosh.
Ме страх малко
от какво?
От самата кабинка, не ме
Да, и мен от самата кабинка, не от друго. Как ми го
Смел, мънки. Дънки.
Жужа, не се опира на вратата. Но.
Не мога, поставям ясно се опирам.
Не мога нищо да снимам.
Ето, другите си слизат.
Няма смисъл.
Ще има остров.
Всеки случай.
Виждаш ли?
Видях го, аз удивил, гледа. Това е било вулкан.
Така ли? Виж, има надолу слизат.
Вулкана изригва и се получава.
Мале, магарите се качват по стълбите.
По стълбите?
Да.
Да, по стълбите. А вие
О,
искахте да ги мъчите.
Аз си мислех, че...
Но той за нас е добре, 6 евро е добре. Според че му...
Alright, not too bad. Thankfully it was quick up. It was like 2 minutes. So, not bad. I just didn't look. Alright, so I'm meeting my tour with Shore Excursions group right here by the exit of the cable car, which guys, I can tell you that's definitely a benefit booking through Shore Excursions group, because you're not going to have to worry about trying to find a meetup point, because I talked to some others that were booked with other tour companies and they had to find a meetup spot. So keep that in mind. It's right here by the cable cars. I still have an hour, so I'm going to kind of roam a little bit and then make my way back up here. And these are the stairs you would take if you're going back to the ship. It's like 600 or so steps. I would never do that. You already see the donkey poo right here on the top steps. So I heard it's very slick. And the steps are definitely different sizes. So if you're going to do that, make sure you're being very, very careful. But I'm looking from the top and I wouldn't do it. So I would recommend, as soon as you get to Ia, to go find these picturesque spots. They're right there near the cable cars before the crowd comes, because I'm sure people will set up tripods and try to take photos and things. As you see, there were only a couple people here, so do it before you take your tour, before you go off to explore, because there might be a crowd later. Alright, so I was going to start exploring on my own. It's kind of like a maze of alleys, and I'm afraid I'm going to get lost and not be able to get my way back. So I'm just going to wait. I have 30 minutes before my tour starts. So I think I'm just going to sit here and wait, admire the beauty. Guys, it does smell like donkey poop. So not very pleasant. I'm sure that'll change once you get away from the cable cars, away from the stairs. But yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. But yeah, in Santorini. So guys, the alleyways are a lot windier than just sitting like kind of in the little square there. So I'm here and there's no one here right now. So I beat the crowd. And I originally said that there were 6 ships in port, but it sounds like now there's only 5. And one of them is a river cruise, or a really small ship that only holds, I think, less than 100 people. So not terrible. We'll see how the day goes. So here is the bus map if you choose to catch the local buses. So this is where you're going to get off the cable car there. And then EA is where you're going to go with the blue domed buildings. You can catch a bus there. So here's how you go here to get to the bus station.
Santorini, my dear. Seal, let me check. Also the name, but it's Seal.
All right.
You are alone.
Oh, am I?
I'm Agatha.
Agatha.
Not Agatha.
So for this tour, it'll just be myself and the driver. There was a couple, but they were not feeling well, so they're gonna skip out today, and it's just me.
How do you like it so far?
Beautiful.
Rachel, look here on your left. We are very lucky. This is our small market here in Fida. Wait to see the street in the evening. And we still do it because now we paint almost everything. So we think it looks also very nice painting the trees. Do you know what kind of stone this is on our right hand side?
No.
It's pumice stone.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Pumice that we all use in the bathroom. Fantastic for pedicure. That is our last layer on the top of the island. And look, our first stop now will be the highest point on this island. Do you see in front of us?
Yes.
The mountain. We will drive now up to the top. Those buildings which are built on our right hand side inside the cliff, those are cave houses. They are built under the street level where we are now. On our right hand side, we can see from outside only the door and the window next to the door. Everything else built under the street.
So the first stop on this tour with Shore Excursions Group was the peak of Prophetus Mountain. Now this is the tallest mountain there in Santorini. We were able to go up and get some amazing views. Now one of the benefits of booking with Shore Excursions Group and having a private tour was that I wasn't in a large bus. Large buses, large vans cannot get up to this mountaintop, but because I was in a private vehicle, I was able to go to the very top and catch these amazing views.
About 600 feet high. This mountain was the volcano. This mountain erupted in our prehistoric time. With the eruption, the most ice sank inside. A tsunami reached Crete in 15 minutes. 15.
Okay.
Yeah. The distance today from Santorini to Crete is 2.5 hours with a super fast ferry. 6 hours with a normal ferry. Yeah. On our right hand side.
Now we are off to the beautiful and charming town of Meghalahori. Now this is one of the traditional villages located there, and it is not accessible by bus or even a vehicle. Booking through Shore Excursions Group and having a private tour guide, she actually had an assigned spot, so we were able to park and walk right in, no problem at all. Now guys, if you want to avoid some of the crowds in Santorini and Ia and some of the more popular spots, I would highly recommend coming here to Meghalahori. And you can get some beautiful photos. There's lots of picturesque spots. There are some blue domes, white buildings, beautiful areas to take photos. So if you want to avoid the crowds and the heights of going over to Ia, I would recommend going here to get your professional photos done. You can definitely beat the crowd doing it this way. And also, one of the benefits of having a private tour guide through Shore Excursions Group, now this isn't guaranteed for every tour guide, but being a solo cruiser, sometimes it's hard to get those nice photos using a tripod, but my tour guide was so accommodating. She actually offered to take photos of me, and she knew the perfect spots to go. So that is the benefit of booking private and being solo, is that your tour guide might be willing to take the photos for you. So most of the photos you're going to see in this vlog were taken by my lovely tour guide. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of this vlog, where you will find more photos of my time in Santorini.
Of the 70s, when also the tourism started on this island. All our beaches are black beaches. No stones and no stones in the water. This is the only area here where we can walk inside the water.
So here we are at one of the black sand beaches located there in Santorini. Now, something to know, the beaches here are not very popular. You will find some shore excursions and things that will take you there, but I was actually advised against booking a beach stop because of the sand. It's very, very hot, and of course it's black sand. It's beautiful to look at, but it was extremely hot, so definitely keep that in mind. Also, something to note is that some of the beaches in Santorini are nude beaches. We did drive past one. Of course, I didn't get that content for you guys, but just keep that in mind, especially if you are cruising or traveling with children. So the next stop, we visited the Anhydrous winery. And guys, this was a very fun stop. One thing that I loved, and especially booking this private, was that we were able to maneuver things and beat the crowds pretty much everywhere we went. Same goes here for the winery. As you see around, there's only a couple other people here. There were some larger tours that arrived after we departed, or as we were departing. But I was here and I absolutely love Greek wine. It is something about it is so different than any other wine that I've ever had. Delicious wine, great presentation. We kind of were able to talk about the different types of wine, how the wines were made, had a couple of little appetizers, and 4 different types of wine I was able to try. Now, the dessert wine was my absolute favorite, and guys, when I left pretty happy.
Yes, and we also know that all the history, whatever is written till today, has to be written new. Yeah, because it's wrong. And now look, that's what I like.
Yeah.
This here. At the very end, Ia. Yeah, but I think it looks very, very beautiful. And you mate, yeah?
Hello. Hello. Yeah.
I will walk with you towards this direction.
Okay.
And all the trees, due to the winds, how they grow up. And now wonderful benches where we can sit in the shade. Yeah, no private schools. Because the most mothers are working. What should we do with our kids?
Right.
Have to try for that. Yeah. And if you like, have a seat over there and I will take a picture. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly what you see in pictures. And here we are in beautiful Ia. Now we're walking through the streets here just to explore, guys. There's tons of shops, bars, restaurants, things here. Very beautiful. It definitely exceeded my expectations as far as the beauty. But just keep in mind, I visited, I believe it was September 2nd, and that's considered somewhat off-season. Just keep in mind, if you visit during the summer months, it could be a lot more crowded than what you're seeing currently. Also, be sure that you wear sunscreen and stay hydrated, because those white buildings make everything feel hotter. There were some cross breezes you were able to, catch walking through. Also, be sure to wear skid-resistant shoes, because there's a lot of marble that can be slippery if it gets wet. So keep that in mind. Also, if you are visiting like the Blue Dome area with children, keep in mind that some of the walls there are pretty low. There's no handrails or anything like that, and some of the walls are pretty low. So definitely be sure to hold on to your children. You don't want any accidents or anything happening there. But again, this exceeded my expectations. The crowds weren't too bad going in September. So maybe consider taking your trip off season if Santorini is where you want to be.
Did you get your shot you wanted? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
If I don't, it's fine.
I'll Photoshop you in the next one.
Good luck. I just need to rest for a minute. So a couple of things. First off, my tour was amazing. The guide, like I said, I was one-on-one with her. Took me all over, gave me a lot of history, went to a winery. I would not recommend going to a winery before you come to Ia, because it's so hot. So I'm probably a little hotter than I normally would be because I had some wine. But so once she brought me into the town or the village of Ia, she kind of directed me where to go. She took some photos for me. I would say like there really wasn't a line where I went to take. There's two real picturesque spots with the blue domes. The issue is that some people will set up their cameras and tripods and take full-on photo shoots. There were at least two people in front of us that took like 5 to 10 minutes each to get their photos. Guys, if you're going to do that, take your pictures, go, get back in line, do something, because it's just a lot when there's people waiting. There wasn't a long line, but the fact that you're standing in the sun waiting all that time, it's unsteady ground. I mean, there's other areas that you can get photos from, but that blue dome area, yeah. So take your pictures, keep it moving. I don't even know if I got the shot, but I set my tripod up, I took some pictures, and it is what it is. So I know some are trying to make Instagram worthy, this and that, what have you, but be mindful of the people behind you. So my tour has officially ended here in Ia. Now the plan was for her to, for us to explore Ia together, and then to take me to Fira. But I told her that I kind of wanted to end my day here in Ia because I want to show you guys how to catch the bus from Ia to Fira and Fira to Ia. So my plan is to get on the city bus here soon after lunch. I'm probably going to grab lunch here. Now this is also the spot that you want to come to if you want to catch those amazing sunset views. You want to be in Ia, not Fira. You can be there, you're going to catch a sunset, but the best sunsets are here in Ia. So the restaurants and bars fill up because people are trying to get those sunset views. I did make a reservation for dinner at a restaurant and then decided last minute to cancel it because I wasn't sure where I was going to be or if I was going to figure out how to get there, kind of thing. And I actually just passed the restaurant, so I don't know, I might go check them out for lunch instead, but I probably will be back on the ship before sunset. I'll probably catch some sunset views from the ship. But again, Ia is where you want to be. Beautiful, beautiful, picturesque, and I think I really lucked up because it's technically kind of sort of off season, with it being September, so it's not like those June, July crowds, so not bad at all. But again, if you're trying to get pictures, there could be a wait, so be patient, drink plenty of water, wear sunscreen, hats, all that, because it's hot. It is windy, especially if you get these alleyways, like I'm in an alley right now. You get that cross breeze. Beautiful. I'm going to probably rest here for 10-15 minutes, call the kids and everyone. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's been a beautiful day in Santorini. Alright, so I decided to stop at a restaurant within Ia for lunch. No clue where I am. I'll put the name of the restaurant here. I was just walking and I saw it and I thought I'd stop, and it has an amazing view. Alright, and so let's see the name of the restaurant. Doesn't say, it just says menu. I'll let you guys know shortly. I'm probably just going to wind up grabbing lunch. So they have brunch until 5. I'm probably just going to grab some brunch. Things are a little more expensive here than in Athens and other spots. So be prepared to spend 20 euros for brunch, if not more, plus drinks. So yeah, so it's a little more expensive. But I wasn't going back to the ship yet. So I want to make sure I can get something to eat. Because guys, even like, let's see, I think a Coca-Cola I think I saw was like 4 or 5 euros. So 7 euros, let me take that back, 7 euros. Water is, mineral water is 5 to 7 euros. So yeah, so keep that in mind. They have fresh juice and different things, but I think that's the case for all of the restaurants over here. They're all a little more expensive. So because you're gonna get this amazing view. So because I'm not dining here for dinner, I figured I'd go ahead and at least have lunch before I head back to the ship. Check out my salad. Now this isn't the Greek salad I was hoping for, honestly. I wanted one like I had in, this sounds like, I don't know. It's good, but it's still, I wanted the one that I had in Athens. But yeah. So there's the view. I'm gonna eat a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to go so I can eat, and then I'm gonna catch the bus. So again, my tour could have ended in Fira, but I asked my tour guide to let me get off in Ia. So just finished up a live stream, and this is the baklava that I'm having for lunch. It's really good. It's really sweet. I don't know what kind of ice cream that is. It's not vanilla, or it might be vanilla. This is probably the best vanilla ice cream I've ever had. That is so good, whatever. So good. I almost wonder if it's frozen Greek yogurt. I don't know. But I think the ice cream is better than the baklava. The baklava is good, but the ice cream is really where it's at right now. Make sure if you have an empty water bottle, if you buy water at restaurants, because they're giving you these big ones, refill your bottle. So I'm taking this with me. And stay hydrated because it's really, really hot.
All right, so just a couple of tips. There are two main alleyways where you can get the picturesque photos. The first one is at the gallery, so it's right where the church is, right there. If you keep going straight, like you're going uphill, you're gonna see the gallery. You're gonna turn left down that alley. You're gonna get these shots here. I'm gonna show them right here. And then if you exit out of there and go up to the next alley, that's where you're gonna get the blue dome photos like this. All right, now the gallery way, I don't think a lot of people know about because I've gone past it 2 or 3 times and there's not many people there at all, if there's anyone. I don't know what it looks like during peak time, but that would be a great spot to go to avoid the lines, avoid the crowds. All right, and my tour guide said in order for me to get to the bus, you have to go where the church is, and on the right hand side, if you're walking towards the church, go down that way, you go for a little bit and you'll see the bus station. So let's go. I'm fine, thank you. No, I'm fine, thank you. Do you have pistachios?
Yes, over there and here.
These are pistachios?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take one. All right, had to stop and get Ron some pistachios because he loves pistachios, and Santorini's known for the pistachios. I didn't know that. All right, now I don't remember if she said right or left. Let me ask. All right, so you go right and you turn right where the Provia over ice cream is. Public bus. Thank you. Right there. All right, so the bus is right there. Very quick, easy to get to. It is €2, and it does take you back to the cable car. Now, according to my tour guide, if you catch a taxi, the taxi is going to drop you off like literally right in front of the cable car, so you don't have to worry about walking up the stairs or up the hills to get back up to where the cable cars are. If you catch the bus is going to take you downhill, so you have to walk through FIDA to get to the cable cars. She said that it's labeled nicely, so you kind of know which route to take, but you will have to kind of go uphill. So ask yourself if you want to catch a taxi. I'm not sure the taxi costs, or if you just want to pay the €2 to get there. If you don't have euros or cash, there are plenty of ATMs around here. Just know, I actually had to get more euros, and they have a really high conversion rate, I think more so than if you were to exchange it elsewhere. But if you're kind of pressed for needing euros or need money for the bus, you can use one of the ATMs here. I would recommend using one that you tap versus actually insert it and it sucks your card in. But yeah, I had no problem doing that. But again, €2 and headed back to FIDA. And the buses run every 5 to 10 minutes, so you're not going to have to wait long for a bus. Oh, something else that my tour guide mentioned, with the different villages here, you can't see the inside of the village from the outside. You have to actually walk in, and it's illegal to drive a car through them. And so she pointed it out when I was in Mykonos, where you couldn't see anything from the street, but once you got inside, it was beautiful. So if you're thinking you want to see these beautiful villages by car or bus and not actually get off, you're going to have to get out and walk in, just like I did in Ia, like I did in Megalochari. And there's 14 villages here in Santorini. Those are the more picturesque
one. So definitely beautiful. Had a great day. Now we're gonna walk through Fida and catch the cable car back to the ship. Alright, so the bus ride was about 15 minutes maybe. If you sit on the right side, you're gonna get more of the countryside. If you sit on the left side, you're gonna get more of the ocean side. So now we just walk up this hill to the cable car. And guys, I can tell you this cobblestone here in Fida is quite unsteady. They're pretty big rocks, so be very careful. You can easily trip or lose your balance because they're so big. All right, so I'm walking toward the Dome Church. So I turn right and I see the Dome Church. And now that I'm walking it, I honestly wonder how close the taxis would have been able to get, because the taxi stand was right next to the bus station. So, and this looks like all pedestrian streets. Yeah, unless the taxis takes you around, I don't know, but it's a hike up this hill. And if you're taking the stairs, looks like it says Old Port, donkeys that way.
Still thinking?
Still thinking. Still walking.
Too long.
As you see, there's no line, and it is 5:30. That might be because all of the ships in port except for ours was leaving at 6. So check your ship schedule. All right, so as you guys see, 5:30, 5:40, the only one in my car. There's only like 3 or 4 others on this whole row of cars. And I might have made an error somewhere in the vlogs where I said there were only 6. There's 6 on each side. So a total of 12 cars that go up and down, not 6. But you can fit 6 people in one car. So let's see if I do okay going down. I did fine this morning because I had a family in there with me. But let's see. I probably should turn the other way around, but we'll see. We'll try to catch these views. And again, an option would be to walk the stairs down. They're 589, I think, my tour guide said, so right at 600. But they are cobbled, uneven. The donkeys pee and poop on those. They said people get hurt on those all the time. They slip and fall or trip or what have you. Our ship docks, or our ship doesn't leave till late, but the cable cars, because this is technically off season, they stop at 10. Back on board time is not until like midnight or 12:30. So people that decide to stay late will have to walk the stairs. And I've heard that it's even worse at night because it's dark.
So there's not really any lights or anything on those stairs. I personally would not want to be on those stairs at night. I had one guy said that he brought like a high-powered light because he plans to stay out late and he wants to walk down them. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would be on the stairs. We're just waiting for people to join us and we're gonna be out. Okay, here we go. Oh, jeez. And see, I think it's probably better being not right in the front. Because see how close the cable cars are? Like, that's your view. So if you focus on that, it's fine. It's fine because you don't really see much other than that car. If you're in the front, yeah, no, I'm good. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, it's going down faster than it came up. Oh, whoa. Okay. Ooh, but look at these views, y'all. Amazing. That's not so bad. All right. And your ears will pop a little bit going down. Yeah, I'm glad that I decided not to stay because I don't think I could do this at night. But we get a nice sunset over there. Yeah, I don't think, oh, it's swaying. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's very windy out right now. I didn't know these swayed. Ugh. We should be almost down. Oh. And we still have to catch the ferry. So, I think we're back. See, 2 minutes, not bad. Oh. Ooh, it bounces. Okay, let me get ready to get up out of here. Thank you, Jesus. Made me through, got me through. All right, now to the ferry boat. Woo! Ooh. All right, y'all felt that, huh? All right, I'm out to the ferry. And you guys see those? Those are cave homes. That's very common here in Santorini, where they build homes inside the mountain, inside the cave. That is a cave home. There are some tours that will take you inside. We drove past quite a few of them today. And there are restrooms right here if you want to use the restroom before you get on your ferry. Yeah, and here are the where you pick up to go to Ia if you're going to do a water taxi. I heard they're like 35 to 40 euros. These guys might go there too. So yeah, if you want to go directly to Ia, you have to catch one of these, but you first have to catch your tender over here. And if you guys see up there, that's where the stairs are that lead you down all the way from the top. I don't really see many people on there, but I wouldn't be doing that. And that's where you'll come out if you take the stairs. So guys, I'm just so glad the day went pretty much as planned for the most part. Oh, that's pretty. Things went, better than expected. I was nervous about the tender. I say if you plan well, things will work out fine. Just get up early, get your tender tickets, beat the crowd, because you're going to be frustrated if you have to wait, 1 to 2 hours for the tender and then also to get up the cable cars. Get up early, just get out there and have fun and enjoy it. Now I'm back to the ship. There's no crowd, no wait. I'm going to get back on, freshen up, and go to dinner. So the weather has shifted some, so it's very, very rocky. They were going to have us wait, but they're going to get us out to the ship. But very, very windy, so.
Hello. So I decided instead of showering and going to the main dining room, I'm just gonna go grab something from the buffet and call it a night. I am done for the night, but the beautiful sunset. Sorry, I had to go catch that sunset. But what I was saying is I'm going to go to the buffet tonight for dinner and take a shower and call it a night. Figured if I took a shower to get ready for dinner, I'd be too tired. So I'm just going to go as I am and have dinner and then go to bed. Good morning. Today we are in beautiful Mykonos. We are in port today, 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. So it's an extremely long day in port. I actually have two different shore excursions planned. One of them, the first one, is through Viator. It is authentic Mykonos, and it's going to take me away from the more touristy, popular sides of Mykonos to the other side. Did that intentionally because my evening tour is going to be with Celestyal Cruises, and it's going to take me through the more touristy side, plus we have dinner. So make sure you stay tuned, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, all of that. We're going to get off here in Mykonos. I still have about an hour and a half before my tour, so I'm going to eat breakfast, get a little bit of work done, and then head out. It's very windy here, nice and cool. It's like 79 degrees right now, so I'm hoping it stays nice and windy and cool as we start winding down from this cruise. It's been really hot, so it'll be nice to have a cooler day today. But yeah, we're here in Mykonos, so we're going to be getting off the ship soon. All right, here we are, first time in Mykonos. So again, I booked this tour, this first tour, through Viator, and they're actually picking me up right outside the gate right here, so I didn't have to walk far at all. I appreciate that. Now, Mykonos, you can get to the city center multiple different ways. Some ships, depending on how, I think we're the only ship in port today, so we were able to dock at the new port, and so there's buses that'll take you a few miles down to the city center. If you aren't able to dock, then it is a tender port, meaning you have to catch a water taxi to the city center, or to, I don't know if it's to this area that'll take you to where the city center is, or where the buses are or whatnot. But we are docked, so no worries for me. Don't have to figure that out right now, but I'll let you guys know if I hear exactly how other ships get where they need to be. But yeah, I'm here. Good morning. Oh, am I by myself? Hello, hello.
Kalimera.
Kalimera.
Kalimera is a good day. Kalos orisate? Huh? Who will try? Kalos orisate.
Kalos orisate.
Great. It is welcome. So, my name is Kalinka. I will be your tour guide for today. Our driver is Dimitris, and he will drive us safely around the island of Mykonos, so you enjoy to see the beauties of this place and also to learn more about the history tradition of the island of Mykonos. As it happens that we are all ladies today on the bus. Dimitris is the only gentleman, so he will have to take a very good care of all of us. The island is approximately 12,000 people. This is a number of people who are living on the island all year around. During the summer months, this number is increasing to approximately 20,000 people, because a lot of people who are living on the mainland of Greece and also in Athens, and as well as in nearby countries like Albania, Bulgaria, they would like to come to help tourism industry, and they start coming at the beginning of the season and stay until season is over. Mykonos has 59 square kilometers, so it is a middle-sized island. You cannot say that this is one of the bigger islands or a very small. And the travel season, as well as on the island of Santorini, lasts for approximately 9 months, because cruise ships start coming at the beginning of March and they keep coming until end of November. Megali Amos. Megali in Greek means big, Amos is a sand. So something like a big sandy beach. This one is not very popular because you will see that at the entrance there is a huge rock. So you can enter to the sea, then water will be, let's say, approximately up to this, and then it is coming up to 10-15 centimeters with this huge rock, and it is rather slippery. So not many people will prefer to come here because they cannot swim very comfortably. Also, the nickname of the island of Mykonos is Island of Winds, and usually we have a very strong winds on the island. Many times it happens that cruise ships cannot approach to the island because the winds are so strong that captains are afraid to disembark clients in a smaller tender boats to reach the coast of Mykonos. So it is a problem sometimes, but generally it is much more helpful, because when we have those winds you can have a good time on the island. Otherwise, if there is no wind, you just want to sit and melt because it's not easy. Which is usually used during very windy days, when there are people who would like to go to the island of Rinia for a boat excursion or to go to private excursion to the island of Milos. Because if they are leaving from this port of St. John, it is approximately 20 minutes less sailing on a rough sea. So many people will prefer to escape this up and down in a rough sea and to live here from the port of St. John. In this area of St. John there are many 5-star hotels. It is a very calm area, so people who just want to come to the island and relax, enjoying a very peaceful atmosphere, it is very nice, because all those hotels are also on the west side of the island, and they have a very beautiful sunset from the balconies and terraces of the hotel. And there is not a big beach, there are few smaller bays. For the last few years hotels are renting it from the municipality of Mykonos, so not many people who are not staying in the area will come, because most of them are actually for a private use of the hotels. You saw that this speedboat passed, and after 5 minutes a very big waves will come, and they will cover all this dock, because when the boats are passing, after some minutes the waves will come, and you can make a very nice picture with all the water which is coming up. Just be careful not to get wet. This is Hotel Santa Marina. So when Kardashians and Russian oligarchs are coming to the island of Mykonos, they are staying in this hotel. It's more impressive also during the days when the winds are coming from the north. So you see that the northern part with the waves, with a lot of kite surfers, while here it is extremely calm, whitewashed. And how it started? After the Second World War, when there were a lot of diseases and bacteria and people could not easily find medicine, they found out that if they grind a limestone and then mix it with the water, it will protect them from many different diseases. So at the beginning it was for medical reasons. Also, white color is not absorbing so much of heat like other colors. And the third reason was a simple human reason where people just like this contrast of the whitewashed walls with the blue of the sea and blue of the sky. So nowadays it's something like unwritten law that houses will be white.
Alright, so we just made a quick restroom stop here at the supermarket. They say this is the largest supermarket in Mykonos, and they actually have a DJ that plays during the summer, during the busiest season. I would say, guys, this tour has been amazing because I'm not sweating and I haven't had to walk much. So if you're looking for a low-key tour that's going to take you to the beautiful sites, you'll be able to get off, take pictures, what have you, this is probably going to be it. This is probably what I'm going to recommend for my group. Because I think they can fit up to 30 people on this bus. We may have to get two if more people are interested, but I think we're gonna have a beach stop, a spot to eat, and we're just going around seeing all the beautiful sights. So definitely recommend it if you don't wanna walk, sweat, all of that. It's beautiful here, it's windy, so I'm really enjoying this tour. And something else I would recommend packing for this Greece trip, make sure you have some sort of fan. I've been using mine, I got this off TikTok, but I've been using it literally in every port just to cool off a little bit. So I'm not one to usually carry a fan, but I knew it was going to be hot, so make sure you pack a fan or something, because it'll be hot in some points, and if you're on transportation, sometimes the AC just doesn't flow the way it should, but pack a fan for sure.
Now we are entering to the more rural part of the island of Mykonos. This area here is called Halara. And in the past, most of the agricultural works and also all the animals were in this area. Nowadays, 95% of the population of Mykonos is dealing with tourism industry, so people are not interested so much to do all this hard work, since also the soil is not very fertile and it's not helping. So people are dedicated fully to tourism industry, and everything is coming imported from the mainland of Greece. Private chapel, as I told you, and how you can understand to which saint it is. You can put it down, yes. To which saint the specific chapel is dedicated is that always when you are entering to the chapel, on the right side there will be an icon to the saint to whom this chapel is visited. For example, this one is dedicated to Aios Isidoros, Saint Isidore. This is the saint, and also here is his icon, and then on the left side there will be always an icon of a Virgin Mary with a Christ. So when you are entering some chapel and there is no name of the chapel outside, if you just check the name of the saint, you will know that the specific chapel is dedicated to the specific saint.
Watch your step.
Here to be able to circulate and have a fresh air inside of their homes, because people were spending most of their time outside. And this is a reception hall, as I said, and when the church is celebrating, in this case on the 17th of May, or 18th of December when Ius Modestus is celebrating, in a smaller communities like Mykonos or other Greek islands or villages which are on the mountains, you will never invite people to come to your celebration. These name days, Ius Isidoros, are very well known to every person. So in smaller communities, people will just come to your home without being invited. And even if we are a group now of 19 people, and we were passing with our tour, it will be a very big honor for them to host us for a lunch. And maybe they will be even offended if we say no. And many of the people, older people who are sitting around and already enjoy their conversation, their food, they will stand up and say, please, please, you are the one who should sit because you are a guest. So in the big cities, in Athens, Thessaloniki, it is not the case because people are not so oriented to each other. But in the smaller communities, people are very close, and as I said, it's not necessary. So what will happen is that, because Greek ladies actually never know how many people will come for their celebration, they start cooking 1 week, 5 days in advance in order to be able to have food for everyone. And then also, also a lot of people who are coming, they will bring their food and drinks, and then on the top of those benches, they will put very beautiful, colorful handmade carpets. And here they will put tablecloths, so it will be very nice, decorated. And people are coming, leaving all the day. So maybe somebody will come for a service, take a drink or some food, then leave to do some job or maybe take a nap, whatever. And then in the evening, when the sun is not so strong, a lot of people will come. They will also sit on the benches which are outside. Now it's not possible for anyone to sit outside because it's very warm. And then they will also bring musicians, and the music will go on until early morning hours. People will be dancing, and it's very nice to be a participant of a Greek fiesta, which is called Panieri. So, you asked me already about the Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
So, the restaurant which is run by Lindsay Lohan is this one over here, and just opposite is a beach bar which she is running. She also have a place in Athens which is also called Lohan Beach Bar. Restaurants Lohan and Solimar, which have also sunbeds and sun umbrellas. All previous years they put also a lot of sunbeds and sun umbrellas here just to rent them without having the facilities of a beach bar, but luckily this year they said no, so you will see that many of the local people who are working here can enjoy the beach.
Their own beach.
Yes.
Guys, that beach, I don't think the Caribbean has anything on the Aegean Sea. That is like crystal clear, like sparkly crystal. Beautiful. I wish we had more time here, but there are some tours that'll take you to this beach. I'll put the name right here. Yeah, I could spend some time out here. Now, there aren't any beach chairs rental, so you need to bring towels and things. This is more of their local beach. So, I mean, of course, tourists come here as well, but you would need to bring a towel and all that. But I absolutely could spend the time here. It was nice and cool, just beautiful. So guys, as you see, things are very secluded right now. Again, this is off season. I cannot think of the name of this town, but again, if you were taking a tour with the ship or taking a tour with a big bus, you more than likely wouldn't come to this village because the buses can't get through the town. So yeah, this is why I like to do third-party excursions, because you kind of get away from the touristy areas. Not to say tourists don't come here, but you would not get here via bus. So we're in like a smaller van, so it kind of works. But we're here just to kind of browse around for a little bit. Then we're going to go to a monastery, and then we're off to Mykonos, I think that's how you say it, farm. And we're going to have lunch and wine there for lunch. So yeah, really having a really good time. It is beautiful here. So I'm getting more excited about our group cruise coming up next year. I do think that this would be a great tour for those who don't want to do a lot of walking. You kind of have options. And then of course there's food and wine. So, you know, can't pass on that. But let's explore this little area. I will put the name of it right here. But yeah, we're off to explore, and then we're headed to the monastery. Guys, the weather is beautiful here. It's so windy. Like, I haven't even really broke a sweat today. It is beautiful. So much wind. It's Mykonos, I think she said, stands for wind, or town of wind, or island of wind. But yeah, it's very, very windy, very cool. I'm really enjoying today. I needed this break from the heat from the sun, so this is perfect.
The Mykonian farm. This farm was established in 2012, and it was a big dream of a very successful businessman in tourism industry. So he is half Mykonian and half from Crete, but he has his business here on the island of Mykonos, in Athens and in Crete. And he wanted to bring to nowadays how his parents and grandparents were living. So every year there is an improvement in this farm, and he's trying in this area to keep it more traditional and more authentic, comparing with all the cosmopolitan side of Mykonos with a lot of parties and everything. So let's follow me now, going to a sitting area to enjoy your lunch. Huh?
Hello. Beautiful.
So you wash your legs here and then jump inside, and then the wine is coming down this way.
Oh.
So we will sit over there.
We need to get back.
Oh, people coming.
You can on that spot, Ashley.
Where?
Don't worry. Come. Come.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Would you like red or white wine?
Which one's more popular? The white wine, right?
White wine is also heavy, so
I'll do the white wine.
because you have to walk in Mykonos town.
Yeah.
Red is very strong.
I want us to.
Oh, that's good.
I love you.
He said the big glass is for the wine, the small glass is for the water. So we poured it incorrectly. Thank you.
Fish pie and tzatziki dip. So, tzatziki is nice, but there is a problem.
So spinach pie.
You can kiss
Cheese pie
nobody
and
because
tzatziki.
contains garlic.
Lovely.
Okay, if you kiss somebody, you will kill him. If you want to kill somebody, do it. Go this way.
I've got a list of people
Yeah?
that I want to kill.
Where's the music?
Music. I will kill the J.
Thank you.
Greek salad, and it's fantastic.
It's good for you?
Yes. I get the hubba.
You are my company. Okay.
Are you going to dance for us?
Of course.
When?
After the drink. I must drink all of this and after dancing. So our dancer is a chef.
He's the chef,
Michael, Magic Michael is a
Come on,
Michael.
Look, the wood to leave the bad spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, llamas.
Llamas.
So ladies, all together, I will show you the authentic way how we drink the wine. We knock the wood to leave the bad spirit, like this, and after we say llamas. Llamas being in our health.
Guys, plenty of wine, like non-stop. It's good wine too. And the wine is made on this farm. Pretty cool. Try the cheese pie with tzatziki.
For the good luck.
Tzatziki is very garlic heavy. It's really good. I love garlic. So this spinach pie is definitely better than what I had on the ship. So if you recall, I didn't care for it on the ship, but this is really good with the tzatziki. Very good.
Oh my God, look at all that food.
Oh my gosh.
Look at those huge meatballs. I could not do that. I mean, I love to eat, but this is just too, this is my light meal. I couldn't finish it. I'll go with the flow, it's fine.
Opa, opa.
Thank
you.
Milton, повдигни стокините от суетито, декому ден бори на...
Our manager with you. You have Erika. You are
Llamas,
Llamas, ladies.
Llamas.
Llamas, ladies.
Where's your llamas?
Llamas. Llamas means for us. Yasas is me, translation to you.
Llamas.
Exactly. To leave the bad spirit.
Yes.
Opa.
It's really good. It is. So from the garden? Yes. I'll just have one. Thank you.
Did you get it?
Some cherry from the garden. Good.
Tomatoes from the garden? Really?
Oh, now the cat's coming here. Hi.
Magic Mike. Except good chef is also a very good dancer. So when we come here, he will take you to make a round of dancing just for the experience.
Figured I might as well finish it. They don't like you to leave anything empty, so I'm gonna finish it. Might not make it to my second tour, but I'm finishing it.
He's a very good man. Very good boy. Take your position.
Position.
One. Are you a photographer? Okay.
Two. Three.
Mikey,
4. Okay.
Yes.
Number. Oops. 1, 2,
have enough space for you.
4. Okay.
Yes.
2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Opa! Okay. Yep.
3, 4.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Go Belly, go Anu!
Just to have the music.
Okay.
It's his first time with so many women, so he has a little bit complex.
Tell him come back.
Okay. So please be very gentle with him, and he's a sensitive person.
Me too.
Okay.
Moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opa. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1,
Oh, get this.
3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Look back. Here. Just here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a Greek yogurt with
Hey, finally got Greek yogurt. I don't know what's on top. It has honey and some sort of nuts on top. It's not, how do you say it, Okios? Not that. For sure. Or Dannon. Now I'm upset that I haven't tried this sooner. I have one more day in port. Oh my gosh. It's honey. And again, I don't know what type of seed that is. But I'm a little upset. This is my first day. This is day 6, day 7. And my first time having Greek yogurt. That is so good. Yeah, so something about this tour, because it's so authentic, it takes its time. So it advertises as a 4-hour tour, and it's really more like 6 hours. So definitely keep that in mind. I do have another tour planned. They said I'll get back to the ship in time, but I probably won't have time to shower and all that. But just keep that in mind. If you don't mind it being more slow-paced and you're not rushing it back to your ship, this would be the tour for you. I'm going to link it in the description. Highly recommend it through Viator.
You enjoy your
I had an amazing time.
You had a good time?
Yes, yes. This has been my favorite port.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Nice. Also, it was our honor you'll be here because we expect that we have only friends here in our park. We don't want to have customers, no clients. Just
We said we're all friends here. They're so awesome here, guys. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also my card in case you will need anything in
Yes,
Greece.
I have a tour. I actually have a group coming next year, August. I would love to do, I don't think everyone will go on the tour, maybe like 60 people. Like I would love to do this again. It was awesome.
You know, we can do a baking lesson, cooking classes, wine tasting. Everything is taking place.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, y'all, so good. This has been an amazing experience for sure. This is my best part of, my favorite part of my time here in Greece. Just being here, it's just beautiful. Beautiful beaches. This is probably my favorite port so far. I did love Kusadasi. I love all the ports. But this has just been a different experience. It feels more like a Greek experience to me. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I am going to finish off with my last wig of wine from my carafe. Yamas. Join me on board Celestyal Journey as we make a port stop in Mykonos. Now this is the second part of this journey in Mykonos, and for this one we are going to go to the more touristy side of Mykonos. Be sure to go back and check out part 1 where we visited the more rural side. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the fun. Alright guys, I'm back, and honestly I just want to take a nap, but I have 30 minutes to my next tour. It's a long day, but it's fun. This has been amazing, and I like this, and I felt like I could do double tours because again, this was a very light tour, didn't require much walking at all, wasn't out and about sweating like I was in the other ports, so that's why I felt like I could do 2. And I wanted to experience the nightlife or be out during sunset and all of that, either in Santorini or Mykonos, and it just kind of worked out that the ship had an excursion. I felt more safe doing a short excursion at night with the ship versus third party because I'm with people on the ship. So I'm gonna go just freshen up real quick. Got 30 minutes to meet up for the next tour.
Tickets. If they don't do it, they're at the gangway. They want to check the excursion tickets at the parking area, where are the buses, and where the shore staff is going to be waiting for you. Senhoras e senhores, como sempre, os descitam su tarjeta del barco. Muito obrigado, Evelyn. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. You may follow my colleague CG from the shore staff. She's going to show you the way to the gangway, which is located on deck number 3, forwards. Please have the boarding cards in your hands on the way to the gangway.
Hello. Alright, I'm off again. Bus number 9 for English speakers. There's about 100 of us for this tour, so still a small group. I think they have us divided into 2 or 3 buses. And if you want to avoid the heat altogether, definitely do an evening tour. It is so nice right now. Probably 75 or less. Really, really nice. I also see where there is a sea bus that'll take you to Mykonos town for €2. So if you don't want to wait for the bus that runs every 30 minutes, you can catch the sea bus for €2. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you. Headsets.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. also because this is a walking tour, you don't need to have the whispers or the headset.
In order to have our dinner with music and dance and everything, we have to say Opa together. Participate, of course.
Opa.
I wish you to enjoy it.
So something to know about Mykonos is that not all ships will dock at the new port. Most ships, depending on how many are in port, will have to tender to the mainland. So you'll dock further out and you'll catch a water taxi either to the new port or the old port, and then you will catch the shuttle if you're at the new port to Old Mykonos, which is where we are right now. So definitely keep that in mind. If it is windy and you are tendering, it is possible that Mykonos is a port that will be canceled. So we have made it to our destination. It was just a short, maybe 5-minute ride from the ship. Again, that is a complimentary shuttle. In this case, I am part of a tour, so I'm on my tour bus. But guys, I'll be very honest, I was not impressed with this tour, as you'll see and hear about here in a little bit. But it truly was a walking tour of Old Mykonos town, which you could do on your own. There's absolutely no reason to have to do a walking tour. You can walk and explore on your own because it's not far from the ship and it is extremely walkable. So definitely keep that in mind. Also though, if you are walking, if you have any mobility challenges, keep in mind that there are some rocks, some unpaved or not smooth pavement. So definitely be careful. There are some inclines as well. So you definitely want to take some precautions if you decide to explore Old Mykonos on your own. So apparently some people did not read what this excursion entailed. There's quite a few complaining that they thought it was a bus tour, not a walking tour. This is clearly written as a walking tour plus dinner. So it's kind of delaying the tour because people are dropping off, they're complaining, they're wanting to just go to the restaurant. So we'll see how the rest of this goes. I'm never a fan of walking tours, but I knew I wanted to get out at night. So I selected this tour because I wanted to be able to get out and feel safe being in Mykonos, being a solo traveler. Now I'm almost having second regrets or second thoughts. Yeah, this is like the third time we've had to stop because it's the same group of people complaining because they said that the tour was very misleading. So that's not the tour guide's problem. I'm not sure who they sold their ticket to or who they got their tour through, but yeah, it's kind of holding the group up. Yeah, I have a strong feeling I'm probably going to wind up leaving the group because, yeah, they're moving a little too slow for me. And it's a bunch of older folks, which I don't mind, but yeah, it's a little too slow for me. All right, so I did decide to stay with the group only because this tour included dinner. It was actually titled Mykonos Dinner. And so I wanted to make sure that I was able to partake in that since it was already paid for. But I will have to say that I did not enjoy walking through the streets. We were walking, it was probably about 30 or 40 of us kind of walking. I did try to stay close to the tour guide because she was very, very soft-spoken, even with the whisperers. There wasn't a whole lot of history, a lot of information shared. So that was a little bit disappointing. And again, you could, research on your own. I'm sure you could probably find a walking tour audio that's going to give you more information about Old Mykonos town. But as you see, there's lots of shops, bars, restaurants, and things. So you could make this a full day. Make sure you pack a tripod or camera or what have you, because there are some really nice picturesque spots here. These are the spots that you would typically find on a brochure of Mykonos, where you're going to see the windmills, you're going to see Little Italy right here. So very, very picturesque, especially with the sunset. So I would advise to go maybe when the sun is setting because it is gorgeous. The views were definitely worth the walk. But again, the price of the tour was not worth it for me. And I do think maybe it was a little bit misleading because, again, I could have done this on my own. But we are off to dinner here in a second and we'll see how that goes.
So this is where I was earlier today. Not for lunch, but I mean, yeah, this is where we kind of had a little bit of free time out here. So this is where we're dining for this excursion. And I can't think of the name of the village. So unfortunately, it didn't get any better with dinner. Now, we were served family style, which is traditional there. But the portions were rather small. It wasn't like another spot that I went to where they kept serving food, you know, to fill the table. They did do a lot of singing and dancing, which was fun to watch. But the food overall just was not tasty. And honestly, there wasn't enough considering the price. I believe it was like 90 euros, but here's pork, and you didn't have an option in what you could have. So they serve pork, and then there's some sort of pasta here. The pork for me was a little bit undercooked, very fatty, no taste. The food just wasn't good, so I wound up leaving my plate there. And then for dessert, we had maybe a dollop of Greek yogurt. It was tasty, but again, very small portion, so was not very happy with the meal at all. All right, guys, so I'm back on the ship. It has been a beautiful day here in Mykonos. I will say this though, again, comparing ship excursions versus authentic third-party shore excursions, there's a difference. I say this all the time. You kind of clearly saw that today. The first excursion, again, was third-party through Viator. The one this evening was through Celestyal. Honestly, there were people that were deciding whether they were going to go and ask for their money back, because it was, I think, 89 or 90 euros for, it's called Mykonos dinner. And what it did was it walked you through old Mykonos, or the town of Mykonos, which is very picturesque. But keep in mind, you have a free shuttle that gets you from the ship there, less than 5 minutes. It's free, and you can walk around on your own. There wasn't much history given to where like you had to do a walking tour to get it. There wasn't a lot of information given. So we left there. I honestly thought we were going to have dinner there, watch the sunset, kind of be there near the water. That wasn't the case. They took us to another town, which I was at this morning, which was more in the center of Mykonos. And guys, I'll be very honest, the food just wasn't good. It just wasn't. I think they tried to make up for by dancing and doing things, but I didn't eat it. It just wasn't good. And that was the case for most people at my table. So definitely not worth it. I would have rather had taken that 89 euros to maybe just stay near Little Italy or one of the other little areas and had dinner there with a scenic view. But again, I booked this because I knew I was going to be out past dark, and I feel safer booking third party if I know I'm going to be out late. So, I mean, booking ship excursion if I'm going to be out late. So that's the only reason I did it. But decide for yourself if you think it's worth it. The food honestly was terrible. Yeah. So, but overall, it was a great day in Mykonos. I really, really enjoyed the first tour. Tomorrow's Milos. It is the last port of this cruise. And then I'm getting off the ship the next day, heading home back to the family. So it's been a great adventure. Be sure to stay tuned for Milos tomorrow, because we're going to tour the island, all the beaches around Milos. Tomorrow can be a relaxing shore excursion adventure. This one was also booked through Celestyal, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. I've heard the beaches are very beautiful. I heard this is the prettiest Greek isle, so we'll see. But again, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share us out. And I will see you guys tomorrow in Milos. Join me for my final port day on board Celestyal Journey. Today we will be visiting one of the lesser-known Greek isles, Milos. Now Milos is known for its beautiful beaches, and we're taking a tour through Celestyal Cruises that will take us to 3 different beaches. Now I will tell you in advance that this tour did not go the way I planned, but nonetheless it was a beautiful day in Milos. Be sure you like, subscribe, share out, and stay tuned for the fun. Good morning. It is day 7, the final day on board Celestyal Journey. Today we are in Milos, Greece. Now this is a unknown, like people don't really know about this island. It's not a popular destination on many of the Greek Isle itineraries, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to come check it out. So we are here today. It is a tender port, which means you have to have a water taxi, a complimentary water taxi, get you from the ship to the island. I did book my shore excursion through Celestyal, so I will have priority getting off the ship. And our meetup time is 8:15, so I have a half hour to have breakfast and coffee before the meetup time. But yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Today we are doing their land and sea tour that's gonna take us around the island, and then we're also gonna sail to a couple different beaches and have a barbecue lunch. So it's gonna be a great day, great way to unwind from a long cruise with no sea days, because we've literally been in port every single day. So I hope you've caught all of the other vlogs, Thessaloniki, Athens, Kusadasi, Santorini, Mykonos, and there's one other, but make sure you go back and check out those vlogs if you have not already. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab some breakfast, some coffee, and we're gonna get off the ship. All right, so that breakfast, guys, and I finally found the Tabasco. Day 7, right? But yeah, so I got a little hearty plate because last night's dinner on the island, if you guys watched, was not good. But breakfast items, I'm starting to notice, are kind of the same thing every day. But again, there's a variety to choose from. But yeah, so I'm gonna have this. I think we're gonna have like a really late lunch, and then tonight I have dinner at Pink Moon, which is their Asian specialty dining. So I'm excited for that. So I'm gonna have this breakfast and go to the meetup spot. So the tendering process here in Milos is a lot easier than the one in Santorini. They do use the ship's lifeboats, so that makes it a bit easier. You will still have to go pick up tickets if you aren't taking a Celestyal tour, but it was pretty easy for me because I did book my tour through Celestyal, so we had priority getting to the tenders. So we've been sitting for about 20 minutes. Not sure what the holdup is, but this is another reason why I kind of don't like doing ship excursions, because it just takes forever to get everyone together. So still waiting.
To the south part of the island, where you're going to take the boat to Celestyal, and you're going to have a lovely journey for about 3.5 to 4 hours. And on your way back, on the spot where the bus will leave you now, the boat will leave you again, and then I will be waiting for you with another assistant, so we can pick you up, and we're going for lunch, Plaka, the capital, and we'll finish our day with Sarakimiko. Are you okay? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice trip. Bye.
If you're someone who just wants to get on the island, explore on your own, just know that Milos is easily walkable as far as the port area, so you can catch the 5 to 7 minute water taxi over to the mainland and just shop, drink. They have bars, restaurants, all kinds of things right there. So it is easily walkable. Now this ride to where I'm heading took about 30 minutes, but it was a very, very scenic ride. We didn't get any history or any information for the ride down, so it was a very quiet ride, but here we are preparing to get on our boat. So if you are taking this tour, just know that there were like minimal instructions given. So again, this is a boat tour, land tour, and lunch. And the tour, they said we wouldn't get back till 6 p.m. I didn't realize it was that long. We met up at 8:15, so we won't get back till 6 is what they're telling us. And it sounds like they also reversed the order of the tour. We were supposed to do the land portion first, lunch, and then the sea. So just understand that you might get out or swim, you know, and kind of be wet going to the land portion, which is a little bit uncomfortable, but it is what it is. They do have the right to reverse tours, pretty much any tour provider, to switch tours. But right now we're here at this cafe overlooking the Aegean Sea, and he said we're going to be here for a little bit before our boat comes. Again, didn't know that that was happening. So we're just sitting here waiting for the boat to arrive, and then we'll be out on the boat, they said about 4 hours. And we'll have a couple of beach stops where you can get off the boat and go swimming. So make sure you pack a towel, which I did forget. Wear water shoes, which ironically I packed 2 of the same bright shoes. If you guys follow me, I wear the same water shoes and I have multiple pairs of them, and I don't know how I packed 2 of the same feet, but anyway, so I'm in my Crocs today, but we'll see how this all works. I'm hoping that this up here is in our boat because this boat is mighty small, so I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, this boat seems really small to fit all of us. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think we're going to be comfortable.
This path is just the right slope though, that like you hit a rock is right. And
some people tripped in Mykonos. Have you okay?
Yeah.
It's the rocks. Don't step on those rocks.
Yeah, this is very not accessible.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
That's what we said this whole trip. We're like,
Yeah, nothing's accessible at all.
Yeah.
So it's bigger than it looks from over there. It's not too bad. Actually, it is pretty tight now that we have everyone on board. So when you're taking a boat tour, you want to be comfortable, right? So they kind of, and people are still getting on. So yeah, it is really tight.
So the ride over to the first beach was about 40 minutes. It is a very, very scenic ride. The captain did give us a little bit of information about Milos while we were riding over, but guys, the views were amazing. Now, I would not recommend this tour for smaller children, just because the boat is rather small. There's not a whole lot of room to move around, and they could get antsy, you know, with the boat ride over. But again, the views are beautiful, and we're about to make our first beach stop.
Does means old man. For the history, before 1,000 and more years ago, one old man lives inside to the cave. Today the coast is 100 meters out. Please everybody swimming from the boat and outside. You can go to the arch or to the cave or to the beach. 5 or 10 minutes before we leave, we press the horn and everybody come back, okay? Bye bye, bloom bloom.
See you.
How long are we staying?
Alright, and to my surprise, and this could have been just due to my lack of research, the beaches in Milos aren't actual beaches. These are beaches that, as you see here, you have to climb a ladder to get into the water. I thought it would be one of the beaches where the boat would pull up closer to shore and then you would swim to shore. It is not the case. So you will have to either jump in or use the ladder. And unfortunately, I could not do it because I have a shoulder injury. And so I was not able to pull myself up the ladder. So unfortunately, I was not able to participate in the beach stop.
We arrived in 10 minutes. The best place in Milos.
And now we're off to the second beach stop, which is supposed to be the most popular, most scenic spot in Milos. There were other boats docked here, but again, the same case, was not able to get in the water because of the ladder situation. Also, well, I did make an attempt to try to jump in, and I was going to try to figure out how to get back into the boat because I really wanted to do it, but they did not offer plus size life vests, nothing over extra large. So definitely keep that in mind. But the view is amazing. Look at the crystal clear water. You can even see fish from the boat, but really, really nice.
This is so beautiful.
Stay there, everybody.
I thought we were like going to a beach where you walk on.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I know, and then referred to this beach. This is not a beach. This is a cave.
Right. This seems a little more shallow than the other, but still.
I don't know. But still, people don't swim over there.
Yeah.
They didn't even explain that.
Yeah. They sure didn't.
1 hour and 15 minutes. The time 12:40, latest 12:45. We leave back to Kypros. Important information. If you swimming here to Cleftico, my friends, please don't go near to the rocks, because the rocks falling, and stay far from the rocks, 20 meters for your safe. Bye bye.
Alright, so I really wanted to get in, but I'm just not taking a chance because they don't have large life vests, which to me doesn't make sense considering if you had an emergency, what are you going to do? So they couldn't zip me, guys. I'm a 2XL, so not like super large, but to not have anything that can fit, that's kind of a problem. And I always travel with my pink blow up one, you guys know that. Totally forgot it, so a little disappointed that I'm not able to get in there, and I see fish, so it would have been amazing, but the issue is not having the life vest and not being a strong I can swim, but not a strong swimmer. Like, I don't feel comfortable just jumping in, not having something in case. But then the other issue is the ladder, having to try to pull yourself up. With my shoulder injury, and I just don't want to re-tear anything, it's just not worth it. So I'll just admire the views from here. It's very beautiful, but still disappointing, and I do think that the excursion was unclear as to what it was doing, because some people were expecting, like me, that it was going to be a beach, and for me a beach is sand, like you walk out into the water, and this isn't that. So yeah, I really wanted to get in, but it's not going to happen today. So they give you a little snack, and they have bottled water if you need it. I would say pack your own. That way you don't have to, worry about asking. But little snack before we take off. And this stop was about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, that little hike wasn't advertised either. Sure wasn't.
And southwest, Cleftico, it's the southest and it's the most south and west point of the island of Milos. If you have seen Milos on a map, you might have noticed that it has the shape of a horseshoe. It's like this. So basically now you are on the bottom line of the horseshoe, and we are going to, let's say, cut the island in half, and we are going to move on the north side for the rest of our journey.
And now we're off for lunch. Now, the tour did advertise this as a Greek barbecue. However, it was not a Greek barbecue. It was regular Greek food. It was shared family style, which was fine because I was with the table with 2 other ladies. But yeah, these plates here were a very interesting choice. Here you have some scrambled eggs with tomatoes. Guys, and there's cats all over the place. But the food overall here was pretty good. I absolutely love these beans. I can't recall the name of them. But the food here was pretty tasty. But again, it was not the advertised Greek barbecue. So I'm honestly ready to go back to the ship, but I'm gonna finish the tour. I'm gonna finish it up. We still have 2 hours or so. So we're walking through Plaka, which is the capital, and then another beach stop. So yeah, I'm gonna hang in there.
All right, now this part of the tour did require a lot more walking, and as you see, we're going up an incline. There were lots of inclines and stairs and things to get to this scenic spot. Again, didn't realize that this was happening. The tour was not advertised as needing, you know, moderate to high physical activity. So a lot of people were complaining. Some people even stayed on the bus. But if you want to catch some of these amazing views, you'll have to go up this incline. The tour guide did make a couple of stops to give some information, but again, it was a long walk, and then you had to walk back down. So keep that in mind if you book this tour. It is not for those that have any mobility concerns.
By this farmer. He was living here. The bottom floor of the house was like a stable. He used to have his animals inside and their food. And imagine that he took the statue and hid it into the stable like little Jesus. Yes, because back then the island was ruled by the Ottomans, and also we had a lot of French people on the island. So the farmer wanted to hide the statue because he knew the importance of it. But unfortunately the French people found out about it. No. They found out about it and they wrote a check towards the farmer in order to buy it. But because we don't know if the farmer accepted the check or not, we are saying that the statue of Venus was taken and not and not stolen, like we are saying about the Parthenon marbles. All right. Which is called Panagia Kothiatissa. In general, here we have a lot of Saint Mary's, the Mother of Jesus, that each of her celebrates on a different day. On the 15th of August is the second largest Orthodox celebration that we have, and it's the birth of the original Santa Maria.
So yeah. So yeah, I'm like over it. So we're at Sarakanipko Beach, I believe that's what you say it. And we have about an hour here, but she said it's a 10-minute walk down, 10-minute walk back up. So again, really wasn't expecting this much movement last day of the cruise. So I guess I was thinking beach, you'd be right there at the beach, but it's like over this cliff and you have to walk down and then walk back up. So lots of steps today. And then our tour guide started telling us about going into the caves, how they can be dangerous. And then she started mentioning that there's algae, and some of the algae is poisonous. And she said by poisonous, it just meant that you get a body rash that's itchy that would go away, you know, in a couple of days. So for me, it's like, this isn't a beach that I would want to go to and swim in. But we're just going to go down and look at it and then walk back up. So yeah, I'm exhausted. It's been an awesome trip. I would have liked to relax a little bit more today. Again, I didn't know this tour was going to take this long. Otherwise, I wouldn't have booked it. But this was part of my Celestial Plus package. So, you know, you get one excursion or 170 euros shore excursion credit. So that's kind of where this came from. But yeah, we'll just take some pictures and head back out. Also, there's no facilities at this beach, so you would have to use it before you get out here because there's nothing, which, you know. And And also because I didn't know that this tour was this long, she said we're leaving here at 6, which means we won't be back on the boat till 6:30, 6:45. That means I won't be able to dine at Pink Moon, which was my specialty dining for tonight. So kind of threw a loop for things, and yeah, it's been a very, very long day. Oh, so it looks like you have to go around. I'm not going all the way, y'all. It's not. I'm gonna go right here to the edge of this cliff and I'm gonna take a picture. I'm not walking all the way down there. Not today.
Nevykčí? Kde mi bančka?
So I don't think there's even like a sandy beach here. People are doing a lot of cliff diving, so that's popular here. There are some caves you can go in. I'm just done. I would have loved to have enjoyed this maybe at a sunrise before all of the other exertion. Yeah, I wouldn't climb up any rocks, but it would make a nice backdrop. But yeah, I'm done. I'm going back to the bus. But yeah, this is beautiful to see. But now that I'm reflecting on my day here in Milos and hearing that it was the prettiest Greek Isles, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I'm gonna have to go with Mykonos on that, I think. This is beautiful. This spot is beautiful. But again, I think Mykonos probably has them all beat. So, yep, headed back to the bus. All right, so put in perspective, our back on board time, or the last shuttle leaving, the last tender leaving the pier, going back to the ship at 6:30. It is almost 6:15. So it's been a long, full day. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm ready to take a shower. So that's what I'm gonna do when I get back on the ship and have to get packed to get ready to get off tomorrow. Alright, so I had a freshen up real fast. I had a reservation at Pink Moon for 6:30. It's 7 o'clock, so hopefully they'll still take me in since people don't dine until late. I hope so, because I'm hungry. So now I'll have to eat at the buffet. Hello, how are you?
Waiting for you.
Yes, my tour ran late, so we just got back. I had to take a quick shower.
No problem.
Thank you. So here you can do the 3-course menu. This is what comes with your specialty dining package, or you can do a la carte. You get 25% off if you have Celestyal Plus. So this is what I'm having for dinner. All right, these samosas are really good, but they taste more Indian than Asian, but they're really good. Very flavorful, very seasoned, very hot. Like they just came out of the oil, so. Yep, a beautiful sunset in this beautiful cruise. So beautiful. Alright, I don't think I've ever had sticky rice before. Let me try it. Sticky rice pudding. Oh, it's very sticky with mango. That is good. So it's like a smashed rice, lightly sweetened. It gives me kind of, I like chunky cream of, I'm kind of old school. I like cream of wheat, and I like mine a little thick and chunky, and this reminds me of cream of wheat. Yeah. But it's rice. Very good. Something different. All right, good morning, guys. It is disembarkation morning. Guys, I have to tell you that it's been a long time since I've been on a cruise ship and I actually felt sad to leave. This has been one amazing cruise, one bucket list cruise. But thanks to the crew on Celestial, guys, I think they might have some of the other cruise lines beat. Service is exceptional. I have really no complaints about this sailing, about this cruise, about the people on board. It's been an awesome journey. So super excited for our group cruise that's taking place on the same ship, same itinerary, same time next year in August. So super excited for that. I think I'm going to have to get on another Celestial cruise someplace else in the world because they do have multiple itineraries. Just a couple of ships though, just to see how they are across the world. But amazing time. And it's funny because as I say that, is that a Carnival ship? No, but it has a red funnel. I'll show you guys in a second, but I'm preparing to get off the ship. For disembarkation, they did arrange for me to have a taxi, which I prepaid. I think it was like 14 euros for a taxi. I think it's just a shuttle bus, but they call it a taxi. And it's going to get me back to Athens Airport. I have a flight this morning around noon or 11:45. So I should be home back in Ohio 10:30 p.m. So it's gonna be a long travel day. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this vlog out. But again, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series in Greece. Stay tuned because I want to have some other abroad cruises coming soon. So be sure to stay tuned. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys later. But just to show you, I saw this red funnel and I thought it was Carnival, but it's not. Looks like maybe it's a high-speed ferry. But at first glance, I thought it was Carnival. All right, I'm out of here. All right, so I was one of the first off. They do have priority disembarkation. They don't announce it, and I just found it out as I was going to the waiting spot. The lady said, if you have priority or want to get off, you can go ahead and go down now. So to avoid the traffic, because as the elevators are extremely sensitive, there's a couple times where I stepped in and it went off. So it might take 4 people with luggage or what have you. So I figured I'd go ahead and just get off. And I'm in the terminal now waiting on my taxi. It's supposed to be here at 8, but I'm gonna see if I can catch an earlier one. So I have about 35 minutes or so to wait. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, one of the first off, I would say try to get off as early as you can. Disembarkation will start at 7 for priority, 7:45 for others. So try to beat that if you can. Just go down to deck 3.